Okay, there we go. Holy shit, wait a minute. Why is my chat not appearing in the screen? Chatters, refresh. What is happening? Hello everybody. Hello everybody. You can hear my cat, right? You can hear my cat. Hi. And I'm in this chat. Hi. Welcome. Okay, so we have three things right now to talk about. Well, mostly three things we want to react to. And then we're going to talk a little bit of news because there are some interesting stuff happening on Twitter, right? Okay, actually, you know what? Let's start talking about like the first thing that I kind of wanted to talk about now, right? Yeah, let's actually just talk about the first thing I wanted to talk about. Uh, Remember when Games just announced that they have like a generative AI department, right? And that they've always had that for quite some time. I don't know if we've talked about it, but I'm sure that you've seen it on Twitter around. Well, uh, oh shit, come on. Well, they just uh the backlash mostly came from the EN side, I would like to think, right? Like from the Western side, but they addressed it here, saying this. Over the past few days, we've received numerous comments expressing anger and disappointment from many of you. Yeah, literally, they make one of the most successful franchises ever. Everybody loves them. And then they say that they have some sort of AI thing, and then everybody drops Uma Musume fucking immediately, right? Like I don't know if anybody stopped playing Uma Musume, but due to like the nature of AI backlash happening right now, I would like to think that yeah, they absolutely did lose probably quite a few players, right? Especially like some of the whales or something. This was because we released a simplified announcement in Japanese concerning the founding of Cygames AI Studio without addressing any of the current problems and social debates around generative AI. We sincerely apologize for the concern we've caused. We would like to take this opportunity to state that the art produced from generative AI isn't used in our products. Furthermore, we won't implement generative AI in our products without prior notice. We hold in the highest regard those who love games, as well as dignity and passion and heart of the creators and artists who act as the architects of gaming culture. The current art, all current side games, and other products is crafted from technical know-how and manual work of our many staff members. Once again, we deeply apologize for causing our beloved fans much grief and anxiety. Yeah, okay. So basically, hey man, we're using AI. We have an AI, generative AI studio, but said generative AI stuff isn't going to be used in any of our games. But that leaves me to ask, why? I mean, why have a generative AI if you're generative AI studio if you're not gonna use it in any of your games? Like I'm just asking, what's the point? You know, like is it going? Are you using generative? Are you going to use generative? Is the studio going to be used for like other like games in the Japanese circuit? Like what's happening? I don't get it. Guarantee most of them tourists are. They always are. It's usually like one of us. Okay, I'm going to rant about. I'm going to rant about like Uma Musume RP accounts. Okay, because it actually fucking sucks. There's a lot of weirdos out there in Twitter. Well, I'm not talking about like actual weirdos. I'm talking about fake weirdos. There's a lot of people in Uma Musume Twitter who are like RP accounts pretending to be like pretending to be like the Umas that they want, that they really like you know, people pretending to be Mambo, people pretending to be Mambo, people pretending to be Rice Shower, people pretending to be Agnes Digital and shit like that, and they can't act the character. Whenever they see something that would, whenever they see something that's like not normie, right? Like that's, by the way, not normie as in like things that are actually weird, things that are actually like funny, things that are actually like in line with what a character would like or what a character wouldn't like in Uma Musume, they would react so negatively about it. The main thing, the most recent thing I've seen is that one not Rice Shower, that one Agnes Digital account who doesn't like anything degenerate or whatever the case might be, and fucking Musume, I mean. Like, it's weird. Like, if you are RPing as Agnes Digital, shouldn't you be, like, kind of a weird? Like, shouldn't you be a fucking otaku? Like, it's weird, right? Like, I fucking hate them. I really do. Like, I actually hate, like, these RP accounts. I'm not talking about one particular RP account in general. I'm talking about a lot of them in general. Don't they say they use it for concept art? I feel like it's useless if you make a generative AI studio and you only use it for concept art. You know what? Because at that point you don't really need an entire studio for concept art. You need one artist with like ChatGPT or Yoda or fucking not character AI. What's that other AI art generation thing again? Yeah, like a lot of those places. You really only need one person to do that, not an entire studio. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just use for developments. I mean, I guess. Ayame is an AI. No. So there's actually like an art generating platform called Yoda. This one. Yeah, there we go. Yodayo.com. You see it, right? Yeah, this one. You make entire AI generated shit using this one. Yeah. This is just one of the many, though. I'm pretty sure they all use ChatGPT in some sort of way. I mean, Grok too, if you want to consider Grok like an AI generating platform. Yeah. But I do agree. Fucking Yodayo sounds too a little... The fact that the labeling... Sorry, not the labeling. The fact that the entire site itself also uses HoloLive terms... Like, one of the models are literally designed after HoloLive members, chat, and are named after HoloLive members. 100% the person who made this site is a HoloLive fan. Like, I can guarantee you that right now. Jesus. Grown-ass people are paying as anthropomorphic girls. Tell us all this time. True. True. A lot of Ayame art on Pixiv is Clanker generated. Oh, a lot of, in general, Ediful, a lot of art in the internet right now is AI generated. Oh, you can hear the cat. Yeah. My cat is on my lap right now. I think she's pregnant, so she's a little bit loving. She's a little bit more loving. I don't know. Or maybe not. She's always been like this. Meow again. Come on. Or I'm gonna shock you. Yeah, see? Yeah. And she also understands people. How do I want to say this? Yeah, my cat understands what I say. For some reason. It's actually kind of amazing. Or you're gonna what? Oh yeah, I'm gonna shock her. I'm gonna pull a Hassan on her. Okay. Go down. Come on. Yeah, I have very loving cats. Wasn't there a study that showed there's no more AI content released on the internet than human-made? Yeah, the internet space right now is flooded with AI, dude. Like, absolutely fucking flooded with AI. And that's, like, I think that's a bad thing. But at the same time, okay, I think it's a bad thing because AI art right now is kinda shit. Right? Like, how do I want to say this? Yeah, it's super shit right now. Yeah, it is improving. It's way better than it was like a year ago or so. But it's still kind of super shit, and you can immediately somewhat tell. I mean, I guess a lot of old people wouldn't be able to tell, but because like I grew up with it. Okay, maybe not grew up with it, but I've seen its development. I can still tell, and it's usually like it still has a lot of problems, right? Yeah. E-hentai too. Oh god. Yeah. I also don't like... Oh, by the way, chat, I also don't like AI porn. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to get into it, because I feel like this would have been the future, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, this is so bad, dude. Like, the proportions are all wrong. The parts that are painted over look so plasticky, if that makes sense. I kind of hate it. It's kind of sloppy. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what's this? Wait, what's this? Hold on, I want to see this. The female content creation space is crazy. It's the place where a woman can trash on their main audience, which directly finances her, and they are loving it. Do you guys like sitting on the chair in the corner? Monkey is confused again. Ooh. Discussion, chat. We're having a little bit of discussion. Okay. My thoughts on this. I think some VTubers absolutely do hate men. And absolutely do hate their audience. In some sort of way. I think they do. Because... how do I want to say that? How do I want to say it? I think they do because... Even if men are mostly the audiences financing their shit, right? Like, okay, there's two things to talk about this. Two ways to go about this, okay? One, they have already hated men and are into the politics, or in behind the scenes are into the politics that are like, I hate men, men are bad, blah blah blah, right? The other one is that their audiences are men and they do give out a lot of money towards these men audiences do give a lot of money to them, but then at the same time there's like 1 or 2 or 3 stalkers behind the scenes, like, you know, trying to dox them, trying to log into their emails, trying to like find information about them or harassing them, and that one person or that 1 or 2 person, maybe even like 5 people, depending on how big they are, is actually ruining their perception of like men as a whole. I've seen that happen a lot. So, you know, to a certain extent, I don't get surprised, but at the same time, you know, yeah. There is a curious chat, it's not people psychological phenomenon among content creators. Yeah, the thing about chat is that they see chat as one person, if that makes sense. Chat is like a hive mind and is referred to as one person. That's why it's called chat, right? So to them, their chat is not men, if that makes sense. Their chat is one man. So that one man is the only good man, if that makes sense. Wait, who? Are there really any audiences like that? Oh, a lot of people. Like, think of all the VTuber, maybe, I don't know if there are VTubers who have shared, like, stalker information about them. But let's say Hololive, because Hololive has had a lot of, okay, so in the EN side of things, it's really hard for a VTuber to, like, talk about their experiences if a fan is stalking them or is trying to find information about them on XYZ. It has happened a lot. I can't name them on top of my head right now, or at least I can't name them unless I'm, yeah. Let's talk about Hololive, because Hololive members get stalked a lot too, especially with that fucking, biggest example I can think of right now is Rusha. 1 or 2 person managed to find out who Rusha is, back even before she was like terminated. Said person was even able to find her actual address and then leave like a note on her doorstep, fucking saying something creepy, something along the lines of, you should talk to me more personally or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, that's what happened, right? And when a content creator sees that, they're going to they're going to be able to and even not that 1 or 2 or 3 of that instance happening, they're going to equate that that behavior as multiple men. Meanwhile, the chat is only one man, if that makes sense. The weirdos will always ruin it, and I'm talking about like not like I'm talking about weirdo by the way, not just like general weirdo. Yeah. You could have used Camilla as a reference. She doesn't hate men, but she did have shit. Oh, true. Yeah, Camilla is also a reference, I think. Shondo is a reference to Kershaw, I think. Who else? I'm sure it's happened to a lot of the V Shoujo girls, but I think a lot of the V Shoujo girls has talked about that. Yeah. My bonus hot take on this week: I hate VTubers who are so pro men's mental health when it's convenient for them, but the second it's no longer convenient for what they want in a man, they turn on men and men's mental health, and they don't care to understand how and they feel that way, what they do about ongoing problems. After that, we become the problem again. We're lazy, stupid, and we need to do better. We need to be like the other guy because their standards because their standards become too high. But they pretended not long ago they are pro men and not too too high standards. Then the mask slips off. I think they're referring to Bao. Me personally, I don't think Bao is a misandrist, right? Like, I think I'm going to give a little bit of grace for Bao here, all right? I don't think Bao really hates men. I think he has a lot of bad experiences with men, but I don't think she really hates men, you know? Yes, instead of clarifying that tweet about if men run away, or men approach you, run away, I think like her doubling down on that and responding, fuck you, wrap it up, fucking go, fucking fix your ball, blah 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 or something. I think that was like that was not actually how she felt about it, but more so all the frustrations of the drama around like Cinder and shit like that, because she believes a lot of these she believed, even though me personally I don't think that's the case, and I think she saw this and reacted to this in a very like emotional, unintelligent way. I think her reacting like that was just due to like the frustrations happening around her at the time. Yeah. This is just Espiritu making aside. Oh, I don't know who this person is, but I do think she's 100. I do think he's talking about Bao in this case. Yeah, because anyway, am I just stupid or I'm not on Twitter all the time? But are there any other VTubers who do this? I'm really only thinking about Bao because Bao was the most recent thing that's happened. Because a lot of the VTubers I watch and consume are actually genuinely like pro men's mental health and shit like that. And a lot of the VTubers I know are also shit like that too. Like, gee, a lot of the VTubers I know are actually reasonable people. So, you know. This one is talking about Bao though. Yeah. Small names usually. Yeah, when it comes to like VTubers like that, I really kind of only want to look at like the bigger ones in order to like find a what's I'm gonna call it? Okay, sorry, not the bigger ones. Medium to bigger ones, I guess, to find like a general consensus. Because I feel like small names, yeah, small VTuber names are ultimately still relevant, and it doesn't matter what their numbers are or how small they are. Their numbers, their opinions ultimately still do matter to a sense, in a sense, right? But at the same time, because of people responding to them less, I can't see if people agree. The sample size to find the consensus is too small, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. I think it's just a meme, but hating on male VTubers is kind of a train they're hopping on. Oh, I don't blame them. I told you guys this too, but like a lot of male VTubers in the space generally are weird. I've seen so many. Yeah. After weeks of being labeled an anime tourist, Mr. Beast would reply directly to a face connect. Oh, I remember this. Hold on. Yeah, I remember this. Pipa fucking made fun of Mr. Beast, and then he responded with like this list. We talked about this for a bit. I told you guys my thoughts too about this. Yeah, I even responded to this if I remember correctly. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did. You know how God, chat, Mr. Beasts are more fucking cracked. You know what I mean? For a while then, hating on Mr. Beast sort of was like a cardinal sin, if that makes sense, right? Like, there was no reason to hate on Mr. Beast, and people who hated on Mr. Beast was a weirdo, right? Yeah, sure, there were a few weird people saying that something along the lines of something about Mr. Beast or was like satanic or some bullshit like that. Yeah, and they usually get clapped on, get clowned on and shit like that. But after the dog pack video, really did numbers on like Mr. Beast's reputation. And even then, like, you know how the dog pack that like got outed as like sort of like bad, like the videos in general were bad, and like people started agreeing that there were a lot of like cherry picking and a lot of weird stuff that didn't add up in a lot of dog packs videos, and a lot of it was debunked. the hate against Mr. Beast has not stopped. Especially because of the lunch league. Yeah. Okay, I was going to talk about the lunch league problem too. Especially after like the expose. The expose around lunch league was also one of the things that like Dogpack actually got right. But like after those videos came out, the hate on Mr. Beast started like rising. And it kind of went downhill after that. Like, hold on. What the fuck was like Mr. Beast's like, there was like a new one recently. Hold on. Where was it? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Mr. Beast has revealed that he has negative money in his bank account. No one ever believes anything I say because they're like, you're a billionaire. I'm like, that's not worth. I'm borrowing money. That's how little money I have. Wow. Mr. Beast is going to lie to our fucking faces like that, bro. I mean, it's not even a lie. It's true. But he's misframing it. You know why he does this? For tax reasons. I don't even need to look up why this is a bad thing. This is literally what every single billionaire does. They borrow money because it's more beneficial for tax reasons, and it's better for him to declare that he makes zero money, even though like he has a fucking mansion, he has like a yacht, he has supercars, he has like all these sort of things. He can buy all the luxury food that he wants, and he can declare to the world that he has very little money. He literally thinks his audience is the bank. And just straight up telling these things is supposed to make the bank, supposed to make us like him even more. Holy shit. We all know he's at least a millionaire right now. He is at the very least, a multimillionaire. Yes, not one millionaire, a multimillionaire. Yes, your money is in assets. That's what millionaires do. Like, holy shit, like, and this also obviously this added like this also added to the hate around him, but like, holy shit, he's not wrong though. His audience is pretty fucking stupid. You're right. His audience is pretty fucking stupid. His audiences mostly consist of like grifters, of people that are easily entertained, and people who don't really consume their content critically, if that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like people were just waiting for his armor to crack. That's the case with a lot of content creators, I feel. Especially, I think the most recent thing that we can talk about right now is Iron Mouse. Like, remember when hating on Iron Mouse, if you were a VTuber fan, is like considered a cardinal sin. You 100% is not allowed to hate on Iron Mouse. But then, like, after the whole drama with the streamer awards and shit like that, with Peanut, and then aside from Peanut, the Ray Rakai situation, hating on Iron Mouse, yes, while still considered somewhat like a bad thing to do, suddenly became valid, if that makes sense. Right? Because for the case of a lot of content creators, people are just waiting for the armor to crack, for the swarm to like started getting inside and started hating on them. I think that's just I think that's just what happens anymore at this point. Yeah. So right now, aside from like Iron Mouse, name literally one VTuber that you want to hate on, or like you feel has like some sort of like hiding skeletons on their closet and shit like that, and it's all the memes of when that one person you dislike now has a reason to dislike on and shit like that. Yeah. That's because she wants clout from a toxic clique. I think she tries to be too much of a people pleaser. Yeah, I that's the one flaw of Iron Mouse that I do think is like a bad thing. When it comes to like other content creators and her friends, I don't think she wants to diss on them too much, and that's fine. But I feel like she takes it a little too far. I do agree with that. She thinks you can. Yeah, she is. Yeah, her ultimate flaw in the world is she is super naive. She is the anime equivalent of like I want everybody to just get along. You can be friends with anyone. I think like you shouldn't gatekeep X, Y, and Z. Yeah. It's mostly naivety. But I feel like Iron Mouse with the age that she has, right? And like the experiences that she's had with content creation and a few other people, she's the last person who shouldn't have that sort of mindset, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. 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 Tourists cannot be friends. Oh yeah, and they shouldn't be. 100%. I do agree with that. 2025 was really the worst year for Iron Mouse. True. Her armor cracked. She realized fucking V Shoujo stole her money. A lot of many other things. God damn. Crook. Oh, women generally struggle with gatekeeping because it's openly hostile, not passively aggressive. Agreeing with that on public would be considered a bad move because that you would get called sexist, but I agree. I think I saw a study saying that like women, there are like a lot. Generally, women are more afraid of open confrontation and open what's I'm gonna call it, open conflicts. If that makes sense, direct conflicts. Yeah, and they mostly prefer to do it via like passive aggressiveness, mind games, and indirect ways rather than dealing with it straight on. And I do agree with that. Because aside from reading that research, most women that I know online and IRL are also like that. I've met obviously it's not a universal thing. There are women who like to talk about things more directly, and oftentimes these women would get considered a mean girl or a bully because they don't respect that dancing game, if that makes sense. And yeah, my own experiences line up with that. So if a researcher says that that's the case, I would 100% probably agree with it. Yeah. Mm. Oh shit, hold on. I'm getting called. Hold on, give me a sec. Let me mute. Never mind, it was a fucking holy shit. I hate telemarketers. Holy fuck, I thought it was an important call and it was just a goddamn telemarketer. Dude, never give your number. Okay, chat. Life advice, okay? I don't know if you're young or I don't know if you've done this enough times, but absolutely never give your real number to any fucking website, any app, any like establishment that asks for it unless it's like an important one. Never do it because they'll fucking sell it to telemarketers and like marketing agencies and they'll fucking spam your ass. That's the third fucking telemarketer that I've experienced this week. Holy fuck, I hate them. You were the product, exactly. Robot telemarketer? Yeah, it's a bot. Jesus. I hate it. It doesn't matter, businesses are selling your data regardless. Well, there are businesses where that risk is sort of worth taking in on. That risk is sort of worth taking in on. Like for example, if it's a financial institution business and they need your number, obviously because it's finances, you have to give them your number, right? But for like random restaurants, for random even like loaning partners or loaning companies, or probably even insurance companies and shit like that, they'll just fucking sell your shit. Jesus. Remember the time when you were with text to play on Pogo Hubs? Oh my god. Yeah, I do remember that. God. I fucking hate people, man. Anyway, we should probably go with the reaction now, okay? So, I want to watch three things today. I have not watched this video from VTuber, internet historian. I don't remember. At least I don't remember watching it. I don't even remember what it's all about. The last video I've seen was it this one? I think it was Man in Cave. Yeah. I've seen these three things because I thought they were fucking the other videos from his other channel, incognito channels, because it 100% looks like an incognito channel. But I've never seen this. So
This video was made.
we're going to watch this. Then you are going to watch this video from fucking Royalty is Here. And then we're going to watch this one. I can guarantee you right now this is AI. Right? This is probably AI. Or at least it's like, yeah, this is AI. Like these sort of channels, chat, like these sort of channels are usually AI. You've seen too many of these like channels all around. And they pretty much all always have the same format and the same generated voice and shit like that. It's pretty weird, but you know what? I did tell you guys, right?
Hi.
I did already tell you guys, right? I will consume AI content if the content is good. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm not going to gatekeep my stuff and not content AI, you know, for certain reasons. Yeah. VTuber historian reacts to internet historians. True. Is that the evergreen one? I don't know. The 7 levels of videos are mostly AI. Yeah, any video in the internet that has like, hold on. Kinds of videos. Look, okay. Oh shit, come on, dude. Videos. Yeah, hold on. Not these ones. Not these ones. Okay, you know what? Fucking... Let's see. This is an example. Explainer videos right now are the most AI fucking, like, sloppy. Let's see. I just kind of wanted to show you a format. I mean, if you watched my Neurosama video, then you know what format I'm talking about. Oh, hi. My stuff is here. Okay, chat, look, okay. When you see a YouTube thumbnail and it looks like this, and it's edited in this manner, right? It has that like weird, sorry, not weird. It has this like, you know, those sort of very simple, very stylized stick figures and shit like that. It's AI. Videos like those are AI. This, another one of them, this is AI. Like, these are AI. Yeah, 100% they are. And I don't usually consume them. I don't like them because every punishment in hell explained in detail, they don't actually really even explain it in detail. They just they just copy and paste a script from ChatGPT, put it through a fucking, I don't know, what's that AI voiceover fucking program website called? I forgot. But like they do that. And it's basically the most regurgitated, over-explained nothing burger ever. But at the same time, 176 views, it gets mad numbers. I can see why a lot of people do it, because there's a lot of demand for it. The 7 levels of hell explained in detail. Look, yeah, exactly. Fucking, it's all the same fucking thing. And it's all explained the same level too. With the same format and the same thumbnail and the same bullshit too. It's pretty fucking weird. And I don't like it. But again, because a lot of people do, it's become very popular. People are weird. Kind of basic. Oh, this is my second channel. So yeah. Hi, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. My feed is filled with YouTubers. I usually don't get these kind of recommendations. Oh, there was one point in my time, there was one point last year where I did get a lot of these recommendations, and I usually just click don't recommend them to me, and yes, that does get stopped being recommended. Oh, true, the why it sucks to be born videos, true. Like, these are AI. All of these, chat, okay? All of these. Yeah, these, Wallace, Slick Story, X, Bernard, all of these, okay, chat? All of these are AI. Even the video, even the YouTube, sorry, the thumbnails are AI. Yeah, all of them are AI. And they usually get a lot of... I watched like 3 videos of these, okay, chat? Before I knew it was AI, I watched like 3 videos of these. It's so bad. It's so... They get a lot of information wrong. But at the same time, look at these. 1.5 million, 300K, 300K, 800K, 400K. It gets a lot of numbers. It gets a lot of views. And that's the reason why it works so well. Like, holy shit. They have to be botted to a certain degree, Lamau. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they are botted, maybe they're not. But I don't think they are, solely for the fact that a lot of people are stupid. They are absolute. A lot of people are usually stupid. They don't, maybe not even stupid. They just don't see these. Oh, holy shit. Zyrex Legend, thank you for the 50 gifts, dude. I mega appreciate that. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. Nice gifts. Everybody say thank you. That's a huge W on her end. Or his end. God damn. God is damn indeed. Is it over? Damn, I wanted to see. Yeah, okay, gotcha luck F true. Okay, well, to the people that got gifted, the Gacha Lords chose you. You're welcome. Anyway, back to what we were going to react to. Oh wait, it's not over. Okay. How are you tonight, Nusagi? Oh, I'm pretty good. My wrist problem is getting better, I think. I still can't move it. It's still kind of swollen. It still kind of sucks. But I guess for a little bit of update, I got a tooth filling like yesterday, cause I have like 4 teeth that need taking care of, and it sucks. It sucks right now, but maybe it'll be better. The first month of my 2026 is me getting a shit ton of medical issues is not the problem that I wanted to have. Oh, I also didn't like talk about this, but 3 days ago I stepped on a rusty metal on dirt. Buying a membership is gay. What kind of degenerate would do that? True. Yeah, I agree, Leo CD. Imagine being a member for depressed Nusagi. What a simp, dude. Dude, you guys are gay because you're membering for a man. You know that, right? Absolutely. Tinnitus, tetanus. Yeah. So I'm very scared of tetanus. But, you know, I think it's fine. I think it's fine right now. Yeah, I did. Get a shot, I mean. A few years ago. I don't remember when, but it was within 10 years. So, you know, good enough for me. What color is your cat? I have like 6 cats. But 2 of them are two of them are tabbies, 2 of them are black, and 2 of them are like that black and white color. Alright. Could be worse. You could be a mod. True, Yinka. Could be worse. You could be modding for a male. Imagine doing that. Imagine 6. Yeah, I have 6 cats. Tinnitus earringing. Yeah, tetanus probably is like what people were talking about. Did he watch Rice Degree already? I have not. Wait, did Rice Degree? I have not reacted to these videos yet. Did Rice Degree publish something? That I wanted to watch, that I want to watch. Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Hi.
I hate the fact that Rice Degree gets less views because he's the human channel. But at the same time, I'm watching this. So, you know. Alright. Let's watch it.
That little Asian man. And this is the Philippines. Due to the rule of Pinoy, now that I have just said the word Philippines, this video's comment section will now be full of Philippines mentioned raw or proud.
Wait, are you actually not AI, fat little Asian man? You don't sound AI. Oh, by the way, also true, by the way.
Be Pinoy.
True.
Just click on any other video about the Philippines, and yeah, they'll be
Okay,
there.
I'm sorry I judged you. You are not AI. But at the same time, you know, maybe your art is AI, or maybe you copied the format of like one of those explainer tutorials. But you know what? Respect.
Obviously, it's clear that Filipinos are very proud of their culture, as they should be, of course. But next to comments full of the Filipino flag, you can see comments like this. all talking about how Filipino racism is number one.
Filipino racism is number one. Do I agree with that? Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
This is what confuses me. How do Filipinos have the most pride and love for their country, but also seem to be the most racist to their own people?
World's friendliest countries. World's most racist countries. The dichotomy. I agree with this, by the way. The data itself might seem like contradictory, but that's because like the dichotomy exists and it's 100% real. Yeah. Philippines is the world's friendliest countries because we want foreigner money. Okay? And yes, we do have a culture of like generally being nice, but we actively don't like it when other races are not being nice to us. And because of that, we are absolutely racist. Yeah. Yeah. We're literally we are literally the Southeast Asian country version of the nice guy incel, which is like we are friendly if you are nice to us, or if we are trying to get something that we want, but the moment we don't get that, we are absolutely the most worst person you can probably ever meet. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's natural for people to have a love-hate relationship with their own country, but for Filipinos, there doesn't seem to be any middle ground. It's either 100% Pinoy pride in all caps, or living here is hell, I want to be reborn. This confusing nature made me want to make sense of Filipino racism even more, to try and understand the racism I was introduced by my own viewers. Something only possible by understanding the geography, culture, and history to see why Filipino racism is on a next level. Now, one thing before we begin, I'm not Filipino, I'm Korean, which means I am definitely not an expert. I started from my curiosity alone. This video was only possible because of my Filipino friends at university.
You are Korean. We have a reason to be racist towards you guys. I'm going to make a problem with you already. A lot of Koreans are racist towards Filipinos. A lot of like East Asian countries like China and Japan and Korea as well are very racist towards Filipinos. They see Filipinos and like brown people as like the superior race, the inferior Asian. So we blame my racism towards you due to the circumstances of your birth, you know? Char reference.
University, who helped me guide through
And also they hate the Chinese and Japanese. True.
more of the Philippines. So
why?
please comment for
Because Koreans are just mean to Filipinos is all. And the and at the same time, the Philippines absolutely worship Koreans. So maybe the racism is, the racism might be deserved a little bit because, you worship a country. Obviously, that fucking country is going to treat you as a lesser. Even K-pop stars, yes. Even K-pop
or
stars.
Things I missed out. Thanks. Because of all the Filipino presence online, it's easy to think the Philippines is one country with just one homogeneous people.
Yes.
But there's actually like 200 ethnic groups and different languages.
True.
Spanning across 7,000 islands and a 113 million population.
True.
That's why the country is actually more like different online game servers.
I agree with this by the way. Stardew Valley over in on the east side of North Mindanao is so fucking true. People there are usually farming, whereas in the east it's Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft. Yeah, because that's where all the degenerate stuff happens. But at the same time, that's where the economy stuff happens as well. Animal Crossing over on Animal Crossing and Draft over on this side of the Philippines is true because this is very peaceful. Everybody's out here just farming. If you want a very peaceful, very like chill, like idyllic Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley-esque sort of like lifestyle. Sorry, that was my cat. Jesus. My cat jumped on my desk. If you want that sort of lifestyle, absolutely go here. Outlast, I agree with this. No Man's Sky over here. Yep, I agree with this. Warzone in eastern northern Mindanao. True. Okay, you know what? Who made this is The person that made this graph is a Filipino. I can guarantee you that right now. Yeah. So do you live in Bloodborne or Warzone? No, I don't live in Warzone, and I don't live in Bloodborne. Yeah. I grew up there though. I moved out. I think I told you guys. Like, I moved out of my hometown because I didn't like it there. It's too boring and it's too like weird. Yeah.
But we're going to go over the three major
What are the places with a large mega mall? Grand Theft Auto for obvious reasons.
today: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Yo, he
Luzon
got
is
the accents
GTA
right.
server. Everything from knife-wielding tondos to quiet-speaking Ilocans are here, but it's most notable
True.
for the Metro Manila region, the largest city area in the country. A total of 52 million people live in Luzon, with 13 million in Metro Manila alone.
Yes.
The Manileños are basically the main characters of Filipino racism.
True. True.
Maybe
True.
because
I
all the
agree with
people
that.
are cramped
Dude,
together-
chat. Manila people are racist to like southern people because they see them as like the dirtier, more inferior, and like undeveloped region. But then you look at the numbers and you look at like the the English proficiency graphs, the math proficiency graphs, and the intelligence, the IQ scale in general. Southern Filipinos, like Mindanao peoples, are usually almost always the more intelligent. Yeah. It's just that a lot of the trading and a lot of the economical stuff happens in the North Philippines. That's why they are richer, and that's why they think they are the most, let's say, the more intelligent ones, because they have more money. Yeah. Hold on, I'm also trying to fix my fucking VTube studio because my stupid fucking cat decided to jump on my desk. Okay, it's fixed now. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Together in the bad traffic, cooking under the Filipino sun, they are exceptionally skilled at being racist to everyone.
True!
Manileños are often stereotyped, by themselves mostly, that they are modern, sophisticated city people, with rich English-speaking coños sipping matcha lattes. They call the rest of the country province people.
True!
Making fun of rural areas.
That's what I
and
meant.
other
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Filipinos that have
Mostly it's southern Philippines, Visayas people, Visayan people who knows how to speak Bisaya. Yeah.
distinct accents. Their biggest rivals are the Cebuanos in
Yes.
the Visayas region.
Yes, exactly.
aka the
Holy
Stardew
shit!
Valley
You did
server.
your research. I'm glad you did your research. Or I don't know if a lot of the research is AI generated, but at least you get it right.
Visayas is famous for its beautiful beaches and scenery, with their cozy inland farms.
Stardew
Opposite
Valley.
Contrasting with the big city areas of Manila, the Cebuanos are known for being loud, fun-loving, and chill, which is why they laugh at Manileños for being busy, boring, and arrogant.
True.
Cebuanos hate it when a Tagalog corrects their grammar or roast them for not ever being in a mall before. Outside from the main drama, you've got Ilocanos in North Luzon who get bullied for speaking quietly and being really stingy, but are too busy working to really care. There's also the Warays, who even the
Waray.
Manileños don't bother,
Waray.
as they're known for being tough,
Yes.
probably from enduring all those typhoons.
Yes.
Because of Manileños looking down on provinces, naturally you would think it's Luzon versus Visayas and Mindanao. However, Mindanao is busy fighting their own battles.
True. I was going to say that too. I was gonna say that. Yeah, Mindanao. We kind of have our own shit going on.
Literally, Mindanao is the Call of Duty server.
Yes.
In a country where over 90% are Christians, there's a unique Muslim population in Mindanao. For a few decades, there were armed separatist groups like MILF that got heavy media attention.
Yes, Moro. Yes. So basically, these are Muslims, chat. You know how the U.S. likes to pretend that they have a Muslim problem? You guys absolutely do not have a Muslim problem. Mindanao has a Muslim problem. These are the Rust servers, exactly.
And it was quite dangerous. Even though the region is decently safe now, that image of guns firing and bombs exploding was stuck, and everyone knows Mindanao as an FPS free-for-all.
Yes.
Now, if this was all Filipino racism had to offer, it wouldn't be Filipino racism.
Okay, yeah. So I know that you're not. I'm 100% confident your voice is not AI generated, because I feel the difference in the mic quality.
Be Filipino regional quarrels. But the reason why it's racism is because your worth is calculated based on where you're from and especially your skin color. A lot
True.
of Filipinos grow up in a culture where having lighter skin color is treated as beautiful,
Yes.
wealthy, and desirable.
Yes.
My Filipino friends told me they grew up with their grandparents telling them you got whiter or mestizo, like compliments, but were scolded
Uh-huh.
if they were playing in the sun or left home without any sunscreen.
True.
It's why the skin whitening industry in the Philippines is massive.
True.
Products like whitening soaps, skincare, injections, pills, and treatments are very accessible, with one of the highest rates of skin lightener used in Asia.
Yes.
It's to the extent where people put mercury on their skin. It's also really evident by how the more darker skinned Filipinos are viewed as wild, exotic jungle dwellers. It's because darker people
What they don't know actually is that white people, like Americans or like white people, Americans, Europeans. I have seen more white people engage with Filipinos who have darker skin than whiter skin, because the darker skinned people are more exotic to them. Brazil Filipinos use a lot of Spanish words. I mean, we got colonized 300 years by Spanish people, so yeah, Filipino is basically like a variant of Spanish, yeah.
are more likely to be from the multiple indigenous communities like the Cordillera people.
Yes.
Apparently, there's a lot of tourists that treat them like the cavemen from Night at the Museum.
Haha.
Now, I hear
Yeah.
some of you furiously typing, that's because white skin is associated with nobility, as
Yes.
they didn't work in the sun. Don't you know that?
Yes.
And yes, it is true, but it's not nearly as close to explaining the full picture. In the Philippines, especially in schools, you can hear the N-word more than an episode of the Boondocks.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Why?
Yeah, okay. Okay, true. I was gonna okay.
In a
Go
country
ahead.
with a presumed 0.5% black population uses the N-word so much. It's because the N-word's origin, negro,
Yes.
is still used to describe the darker skinned population. The word negrito means small black person in Spanish, and was made by the Spanish to categorize groups like the Eta, Ati, or Acta people.
Okay.
They also renamed an entire island to Negros Island because the Ata people living there were apparently too black.
You know how racist the Philippines is, chat? We literally have a show whose main character who is centered around Nita Negrita. Yeah. Who's literally centered around like look at the fucking what's it called? Blackface? Yeah. Yeah. This was popular at one point, if I remember correctly. Yeah. With this added context, it's no wonder why you guys have to know, right? It's with this sort of context you have to realize why Filipinos are usually super racist or are like more resistant to racism, if that makes sense. If you are racist towards Filipinos, I can guarantee you most of them aren't gonna care, or in fact they're gonna laugh at it. We are going to be racist with you. That's why I don't really have a problem with racism. If you complain to me about racism, I'm usually not going to like, I'm not going to empathize with you that much because I think I will always think that it's going to be funny. Like, obviously, racism as a concept is bad, right? People have died for it. People have gotten shit out of luck for it. I know the consequences of actual racism, but it's just that in the Philippines, racism here is funny. And that's speaking as someone that has been like hit by actual racism. Racism to me is funny. I've grown up to think that way. I've grown up experiencing that it's funny and laughing with it. So, yeah. That being said, I'm not going to be actively racist, but don't expect me to not laugh at a racist meme. Because I will always laugh at a racist meme.
The term negrito is still used today to categorize all these people. From an outsider's perspective, it kind of seems insane that negrito is still used, because imagine if black people were still called that in US or Europe. Of course, Filipinos didn't make this label themselves. And to understand where this all comes from, we have to explain a crucial part of
Dian, you said
Filipino
it sucked when you got
identity
in
and history.
Japan. Yeah, I did. So I'm glad somebody remembered. Yeah, in Japan, I've been denied service like at least 3 times because I was like brown. Yeah. I spoke to them like fluent Japanese, okay? Okay, maybe not fluent Japanese. I spoke with them like at least conversational Japanese, and I never usually, and 3 times I got like fucked. They didn't serve to people like me. I had to get like my friends that were whiter and my friends that looked more Asian to like go with me in order for me to for them to actually give me service. Yeah.
The colonial mentality.
And I don't mind that, by the way, chat. You might think that that's like cuck. That's me being cocked. I like being cocked, but that's blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, that sucked, but at the end of the day, I think that's kind of funny.
Colonial mentality is the internalized PTSD you get from being colonized. Every single country that has been colonized has colonial mentality, in some shape or form, depending on how long or severely you were colonized. For the Philippines, colonial mentality forms as an internal idea that European or white is superior compared to something local. It's not something that Filipinos do because they hate their country. It's just trauma left over. The colonizers might be long dead and gone, but their impacts on society still exist.
Yes.
In South Korea, the Japanese colonized us for like 35 years.
Boo!
Which doesn't seem that long.
Pussies! 35 years? Try 300 years, bitch! Jesus, you fucking pussies!
Did I forget to mention that Filipinos have been colonized for 380 years?
Yep.
To put this into perspective, Japan's Edo period, the most impactful and important period for building Japan's culture and history, is only 260 years.
Yes.
Just imagine what 380 years of colonization does to a country. Hell, even the name Philippines comes from the Spanish
I know 4 languages, yes.
colonial era, named after King Felipe II. The Spanish colonized the Philippines for around 330 years, changing the local culture into a social caste system based on blood purity, like they did in all their colonies.
Yes.
Basically, the whiter you are, the higher you are. Spaniards at the top, mestizos second, Indios or inland Filipinos next, and negritos at the very end.
Yeah, Negroes
It's
at the
the
bottom.
colonizer classic. White equals cultured and black equals uncivilized.
Yes.
When the Americans took over for another 50 years after kicking the Spanish out, it was roughly the same thing.
The US.
One thing though,
Yep.
the gap between urban and rural was intensified, especially through education programs that prioritized English-speaking mestizos, while more darker rural areas received labor training. So for generations,
True.
if you wanted to move up the ranks, the only choice was
That
to
was
become
only
more
50
white.
years?
By
Yeah, only 50 years. Yeah, we got colonized 3 times.
appearance, by language.
Mostly by... I don't know if, like, a fat little Asian man is going to mention Japan, but, you know.
And by behavior. Mestizos got their status by doing just that, while most Filipinos were cemented as laborers and negritos were excluded entirely. Of course, this also means that mingling with negritos was social death, as they were depicted as savages. You can kind of see that the colonial mentality isn't a personal preference, it was the rules that dictated how you survive for generations.
Yes.
So, even though there's no colonial level segregation today, that idea of being white equals success and dark equals lesser is still here. It's
We
why
are
expensive private
savages.
schools teach Shakespeare instead of Filipino literature. Why beauty standards are dominated by being whiter compared to Moreno. Why owning American brands like Nike or Apple are a status symbol, even if they're made in Vietnam or China.
Yep.
So it sounds like all the ethnicities, regions, population, and the colonial history would make Filipino racism a huge problem, right? Well, yes and no. It has its own problems, but for the most
Explain
part,
to me.
there are no serious ethnic conflicts, except for in Mindanao,
Yep.
like its other ASEAN siblings. It's the Filipino culture and identity that keeps the racism contained, even with all the islands and ethnicity.
Okay, you know what? I may not necessarily agree with that, but I love that that was your conclusion. We are so fiercely racist that we can't be racist towards everyone else but to ourselves. Our racism is kept to ourselves. I love that. I absolutely love that. Holy shit.
Almost everybody here shares a Filipino experience,
Yes.
like being baked in the sun and
Yes.
also blown away by typhoons,
Yes.
going into overcrowded schools with
Oh god, PTSD.
araling panilipunan classes, but with delicious canteen food.
Yes.
Corruption that makes millions disappear per month, but there's Jollibee.
Not
So,
millions, by the way, billions.
yeah, pretty painful, but kind of pleasant too. It's also the culture, which centers around family and community values, shared memory, and heritage. It's why Filipinos are chronically online.
We are also very much proud. I don't know if it's just an Asian, a Filipino thing. I'm pretty sure it's like a human thing, but Filipinos are also pretty proud of their trauma. they think trauma, or sorry, we think trauma is like an indicator of integrity and grit and like endurance and like, you know, like it's a good value to have. Yeah. Because that means that we went through shit and we survived it. Yeah.
And texting, not just to goon, but also because they value being connected to others. The internet actually helps to unite all the people isolated by the sea. This is why, even though there's so many different groups like Bicols eating chilies or Pangasinans drinking hot coffee at 50 degrees,
Everybody does that, by the way. Filipinos drink hot coffee when it's super hot and drink ice cream when it's super cold. We just like our extremes that way.
everyone still
Or
shares
experiencing extremes that way.
the identity that they are Filipino, like having a 4-month Christmas season.
Yes.
It's why racism has a sort of family vibe, as in Filipinos can bully each other, but outsiders should not dare to do so. However, this casual approach to racism is also why it's a problem.
Okay.
The idea that racism is more about tough love and jokes becomes a problem when people address real issues going on today.
Yeah.
There's still
That's basically what I meant when I said that. Yeah, Filipino racism is kind of like
against
that.
the darker, indigenous, and Muslim groups within the country. But calling it out is framed as introducing divisive Western politics. Speaking of politics,
Not necessarily. Well, okay, yes, that is true. And my thoughts are that people over blow it, blow it out of proportion. I think. I would like to think that yes, we do have like a racism problem. Do I think it's a problem? Maybe because I grew up in it. Like, I have the self-awareness to think that maybe I don't think it's a problem because I grew up in it. So yeah, I don't think that it's that much big of a problem, right? But at the same time, when there are people usually from, like, let's say westernized people who grew up in the internet, people who have absolutely people who have been in the internet for so long, usually people that are middle class or rich, try to introduce these sorts of problems and force it down like Filipino throats. I think that usually is a bad thing, or it doesn't work either, because I feel like those sorts of problems don't really, let's say, affect Filipinos all that much, if that makes sense, right? Our issues with racism, like the grander, more profound issues with racism in the Philippines are not as bad as anywhere else, because of us treating like racism more of a joke, right? Yeah, we can use the example Fat Little Asian Man said, where you can be rejected if you come from a university, rather, if you come from like a background, like a mountainous background, or if you come from a poor people place. But is that really racism? I think that's more classism than anything, right? Like, those are two different things. But like specifically just racism, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think the issues, the effects are that bad. Yeah, it's more the racism in the country is more so like verbal to me. Yeah, and if anything, people that are usually trying to introduce racism to the Philippines, like the concept of racism in the Philippines isn't even about racism within the Philippines. People here, when they talk about racism, they're not talking about like browner people versus whiter people in the Philippines. They're talking about black people and white people in America. They're talking about issues that are happening in other countries rather than the racism issues happening in the Philippines. That's usually why I don't like it. It's because I appreciate the sentiment that racism is bad, but you're talking about racism from you're talking and are dedicated to issues that are not happening in your country. You are caring about foreign issues rather than the issues you have in your own turf. Because if you really care about racism, fucking say something about the racism that's happening in China and Japan and Korea. Talk about why Manila people are like very racist towards like brown people anywhere else. Why are you talking about black people, white people problem? Why are we talking about Asian and American people problem? Those don't really affect us the way that you think it does. It really does not. You know what I mean? It's very pretentious. Oh, sorry, performative, if that makes sense, right? The reason why a lot of Filipinos have that opinion is because, again, they grew up in the internet. They grew up being exposed to like those sorts of politics, and because to them it makes sense, it gets integrated into their like beliefs, even though that, but it's very misplaced, if that makes sense, right? Worry about your own country is my stance. Oh, that's also my stance too. Yeah. Like, it's very weird people do that. It's really weird.
Filipino politics is definitely one of the politics of all time, because Filipino elections are basically choosing from either corruption with corruption on the side,
Yes,
or corruption with extra corruption toppings. The result of most policies don't turn out so great. Of course, as with all politicians, they will refuse to take responsibility and look to shift blame on other people. When you
Yes.
have so much in common,
That's
the
everyone, though.
differences stand out even more, making it easier for people to blame other regions instead of the corruption.
yes,
Politics and racism together is a recipe for disaster.
yes. I think that's ultimately the goal of many governments. By the way, I have a rat. Okay, maybe it's not even a rat. Maybe it's true. I have a rat that like the Democrat Republican problem, or let's localize it to the Philippines. The Marcos Duterte Lenny problem. Their issues with each other aren't really as deep-seated as you think it is. It's just a psyop to divide people so they can continue to keep stealing money, and meanwhile blame shifting and like putting on a distraction while they take that money, if that makes sense. Right? Yeah. That's like I said, that's just a rat though. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think they really hate each other that much. I think it's a little performative, but just to keep up charades, but whatever.
And if left unchecked,
But everywhere is fucked. Yeah, Mexico. Yeah.
it could be very divisive. However, there is a bigger push from Filipinos frustrated by what they feel as wasted potential from their country, trying to end corruption and fighting against the colonial mentality and racism. As a lot of Asia is pushing for less corruption and actual change in their countries, let's hope that the Philippines can reach full potential instead of wasted potential.
Not gonna
So
happen.
yeah, that's Filipino racism. Again,
Not, by the way, not gonna happen.
I'm not Filipino, so I've had some help from my Filipino friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, nice video. I'm gonna like it. I'm sorry for sorry. I'm sorry for saying that you were AI. Your format is definitely looks very AI though. So, but you know, yeah, I'm gonna give you a like. This was a good video. Very like, it's a lot of stuff that I already knew, but like, it's different when you verbalize it, if that makes sense. And it's very educative for like foreigners and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. So Sara Duterte is a sundari to Marcos now. Maybe. I don't know. I did say that's a rat, right? Yeah, no, I think like 100% like the Marcos and Duterte problem is absolutely like one retarded dynasty fighting another retarded dynasty. Whoever wins, the Philippines lose. Yeah. But at the same time, we kind of have like a problem with we kind of have the same problem rather in the US, where our choice for presidency or our choice for whoever would get elected when it comes to like office people, the people who will get in office, is mostly just the same sort of people that like you see get like parroted around. Like, for example, you know how in the US, there's really only two people that you get to vote for. It was either Biden or Trump. But then probably in the next election, people are saying it's Kamala and what's his name? JD Vance, right? Yeah. Aside from those two people, who's realistically gonna get elected? Who's realistically going to have a fighting chance to like actually win the elections? There's literally nobody. It's just those two people, right? Next year, in the case of the Philippines, it's also the same thing. It's usually Marcos or whoever Marcos wants to like use as a puppet next, and it's then Duterte. It's one of those two people. A lot of Filipinos would say it's Lenny, but Lenny is like the unwanted third wheeler, if that makes sense. Lenny, yes, has like a popular following in the Philippines because she's like, I guess, the change that everybody wants, blah, blah, blah. Not everybody, but like a few specific demographic wants. But like, Lenny has no realistic fighting chance because people are more attached to the Marcos and Duterte name more than anyone. You know what that means? You know? Like, it's pretty weird. Yeah. Absolutely. So it's all pretty weird. Yeah. It's all pretty weird. Both parties are bought off by the same people. No, both parties are bought off by the same companies. Exactly. It's usually always companies and shit like that. So, wait, are there people arguing in the chat right now? What's this? Hey. Where did that start? Hey, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate that we don't fucking like start fighting over in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Water. I'm drinking coffee.
Look, I know, I've done way too many videos
Hold
about
on.
VTubers lately.
Hold on. Meet the worst VTuber artist ever. Iron Mouse. Wow. Wow. It's rage bait? Oh yeah, no, 100% it's rage bait. It's working though, because it got recommended. Jesus. How many worst VTubers are there? Oh, whatever. I wanted to watch this one. Because some people have been... Royal is the most normie VTuber tourist here. Maybe. Yeah. I don't really know Royal that much. I haven't seen any of his videos. Oh wait, actually, I think I did. Let's see. Which was the video that I watched from him? Hold on, let's see. I think I've watched one video from Royal. Which one was it? Oh, it was this one. Yeah, sorry, it was this one. Cause Marina or whatever the fuck her name was in the thumbnail. Yeah, no, I do think he's a tourist, yeah. But at the same time, I wanted to watch the worst VTuber one because it's been recommended to me. Like a few people have been telling me about that for quite some time. So it's like part of something that like it's one of those I wanted to always check my box in.
Look, I know, I've done way too many videos about VTubers lately. I'm acting like a VTuber addict that would take out a mortgage just for another hit. That hit being donating to their streams with zero acknowledgement. And then you quickly have a mental breakdown, get another Oshi, or find another VTuber to idolize, and delete that Word document with every single bit of information on them from their blood type to their birth date, and then rinse and repeat. But just give me one more day.
That's a typical indie groomer experience, but okay.
More video. This is the last one.
Sure.
Till some absolutely diabolical law drops, because for some reason it's always the VTubing community that apparently attracts the worst of humanity, like a fucking COD Zombies monkey bomb, probably because you can say whatever you want under the disguise.
Does VTubing attract the worst of humanity? Yes and no. Yes and no. I have to, that's a hot take, but I find myself unable to agree fully. Like, yeah, obviously it's not that bad, right? Like, it's sort of an exaggeration. But at the same time, VTubing kinda attracts a lot of furries. VTubing attracts a lot of maps. VTubers, yeah, due to being anonymous, yeah. Like the nature of VTubing as a medium kinda attracts does attract like those sorts of people, if that makes sense, right? Obviously, VTubing as an industry is not like a monolithic fandom. There's like parts to industries, right? There's parts to the industry. There's industries that there's part of the industry that ignores those sort of like degenerate behavior. There's the industry that there's part of the industry that's more like idol and JP centric, more Western centric, more like then we delve into the more degenerate ones and shit like that. But yeah, because of the nature of VTubing, it just kind of naturally attracts those sorts of people, and that's why I partly agree.
Eyes of an animated character. You can still farm around about these same views as someone with a face cam, because they can somewhat still see you and your reactions. You're just an animated character. But I'm not going to go on my usual spiel. I'm going to keep things short and tight to things bad dragon collectors don't know about. Once again, weird hobby, some people collect rocks, but you collect things that even your pancreas can say hello to. But a hobby is a hobby. Anyway, but this is somewhat of a conclusion to a story I've been tracking since August 1st, 2024, and in the past I've done 2 videos on this person alone. I've also been in contact with the people involved and affected, talking to them every now and again, especially when I remember OBS cockblocks my notifications. But this was all regarding the Falter XV situation. And the last time I spoke about it was about 9 months ago, where litigation...
I'm only vaguely familiar of her. Or them. I don't know.
Proceedings were starting to take place between this person and their victims, but in the current time frame, it's suffice to say a lot of things have changed. Now quickly, if you don't know who Falter XV is, thank God, because you have been granted the blessing of blissful ignorance.
Okay.
Recently today, they were basically posting harassment of me all day long, essentially.
You're a guy?
Falter is a self-proclaimed femboy VTuber in their mid-30s that is
by the way, I recognize anime shit.
Infamously known in both the VTuber community and many other gaming communities, from games like Elite Dangerous to Destiny. Personally, I thought people stopped playing Destiny when you found out you were only renting the DLCs before it disappeared forever. But with Falter, he has a rather short fuse to say the least. He will target and harass you if you say anything about him, or if you simply just disagree with him. I'm pretty sure one of his longest conflicts that is still ongoing basically started because one person said they prefer shotguns over snipers on Halo. This is exactly what happened with the M14 versus Olympia game.
I know people feel passionately about these sorts of stupid discussions, by the way. But you know what? Respect. Yeah. You need a little bit of that energy to get a game going. You know what I mean?
Definitely expect from a Destiny player. But the M14 does absolutely clear, so go fuck yourself. And even people that have played games with them without knowing their past, and have only been exposed to them for about 16 minutes, speak out about how terrible that short interaction was. And if you unfortunately land yourself in Falter's sights, you can expect harassment like spamming from bot accounts, endless stories generated about you, from his many confirmed alt accounts, where most of them, they are the victim and they are the one being harassed.
Oh fuck, I spilled my water. Okay.
In one case,
so he's faking harassment for himself?
They had a physical altercation occur in real life, and they started to spin the story that it was one of their victims that physically assaulted them, but upon each telling of this story, he changes the victim that apparently assaulted them. And there's been several retellings of this story with each a different person. And let's not forget about the countless copyright strikes he's sent out, removing most videos about him and spam reporting his victims' profiles across multiple platforms, to the point where those platforms remove their accounts due to the sheer amount of reports sent in. This person is doing a generational run for spamming legal takedowns for some of these people.
You're a guy. Stop it. Why are you acting like what a petty woman would do? That's me being sexist.
It got to the point where he copyrighted one of his
You're a full-blown schizoid. Yeah, exactly.
Victim's profile
By the way, I was memeing.
Pictures on Twitter claiming it was...
Cause like... you're like, oh god.
his, and it worked. He also took down a post going over his Destiny
Might be gay. I mean, he is a femboy.
2 stat page, and something I've personally never seen before, DMCA'd somebody on Discord. Let me say that again.
And then, yeah, and then he also got like
And he didn't show up
DMCA
to
too.
other court cases before.
No, he doesn't show up to most of them. And that's the other problem is with this guy. So like the VTubers Explain guy, Falter would have to go to court with him, and they're states away, like really far away, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So I don't really know if Falter's gonna pay for a plane ticket and show up to court.
But anyway, Faultler is supposed to turn up in court in person soon to face.
This is the AI this is the AI channel, right? Why are they? Oh my god! Wait a minute. I need to like know the lore behind this.
VTuber explained within a local court that might not be able to do anything, as I'm led to believe copyright is more of a federal thing than a local thing, and that's even if he does turn up. Now with the VTuber Alara, Faulter wasn't done there either. Even though the copyright case between them was closed, Faulter always holds a grudge. And when Flip would attempt to directly email Faulter to release the copyright on one of his YouTube videos, and Flip would receive a very odd email response. On top of claiming Flip was actually the one false DMCAing people, and conveniently he links all the dockets for the court cases, he would also claim Flip has emailed the wrong person, followed by a first name and surname that doesn't belong to Faulter. It belongs to Alara, and this is Faulter's email, which surprise, is
he's being retarded
once again.
Oh, never mind. It was intentional. Okay.
Can also be considered illegal.
Yeah.
So he pretends to be her in this email, and this is what his DMCA emails.
You emailed him to retract his copyright claim, and then he turns around and says,
"No, he wasn't retarded. He was doing it on purpose."
VTuber, who are you? And then uses their full name.
One, he also puts my name in there. You know, it's all the same wording, talking about, like, terrorizing him and all this other stuff. Like, it is Falter. And it's also the email that Falter provides in a bunch of his legal filings.
But why did he involve her in it? Why did he try and act like her when you were messaging him to retract the DMCA?
I do not know, outside the fact that he is ghoulishly evil.
But this actually gets much, much worse. Now, one of the things many people, including the victims of Faulter, couldn't really put a pin on was why. Why are they like this? Why do they do what they do? Why do they go out of their way to do what they do?
Motherless behavior, fatherless behavior.
Litigation against people after some of these people just simply disagreed with him or just said the things you're doing aren't very kimochi. And on top of that, for better words, he'll just start schizo posting about them. I think he even created an hour-long video about how bad Ringtails is, just for simply calling them out on what they were doing. And even Flip, the person that's been dealing with him for years.
You know, chat, people who do this, that behavior is exactly why they don't have a following. Jesus.
Didn't know why he keeps doing this, especially at his age where he should be a grown adult.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but there is very clearly something wrong with him.
Yeah,
there is something. He is mentally unwell in some way, and that's not even me just trying to be edgy and insult him. I genuinely think he's mentally unwell.
I just always assumed they were like a deranged troll or something. We even attempted to speak to Faulter multiple times and extended an olive branch to try and resolve this situation, and he just refused and doubled down on his Wizard of Oz romantic Wattpad fanfictions about these victims.
Let's go!
Attempting to communicate with him is useless, and trying to find out why he does what he does is impossible. Well, it was until Flip found additional court documents for a different case, a case involving his grandmother, the same person he tried to use to skirt around the copyright board. And his own grandmother requested a restraining order against him, and not only was it protecting his grandmother, it was protecting other family members as well, like young kids
from himself,
from 2 to 10, and others like the grandmother's spouse and granddaughter. Now, it's important to note that the restraining order never went through, because both the grandmother and Falter did not show up to finalize it. So the courts just dropped the case. Maybe they managed to resolve the issue the two of them were having, and they no longer needed the restraining order or something. But when it was ongoing, a number of statements were made by the grandmother. One of them being the following: "My grandson has mental illness. I started to pay rent on his apartment 2 years ago. Since then, he has become increasingly demanding more and more money, and he's abused my credit card without permission." And then finishes off with, "He has become increasingly verbally abusive and threatening." And there was also an additional statement Flip found. "There is a 20-year history of verbal abusiveness and behavioral problems. The police have been called on numerous occasions when he lived with me in the past, as well as when he lived with his parents."
Wow. Wow.
It's also stated on his grandmother's card he tried to buy $1,200 worth of goods from Amazon without her permission. So yes, I would say Falter has problems. He needs help. And he needs to not be on the internet, because not only is he causing irreparable damage on the internet, he also allegedly has a history of doing it in his own personal life, to the point where it affects his family.
I'm a little like speechless over this.
He needs
Hold
to be
on.
completely offline. It's exactly what I told you the first time we talked. I don't like advocating for the deplatforming of anybody, even people I extremely disagree with. But there's a point where somebody is so potentially hazardous due to the repeated illegalities of breaking DMCA law and IRL harassment that there's a point where you have to go, maybe this guy should not be online anymore.
Can you get a restraining order online against him?
Yeah, but pay for it how? I mean,
true.
like, that's expensive.
Flip is one of many that deserve to be this angry with Falter. Not only has he disturbed his work with things like the advertising of his book, claiming assets for the game he's working on even when they have his watermark in the corner, and the removal of multiple accounts across multiple platforms like Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. And the platforms don't really get involved, even though it is blatant abuse of their copyright systems, and all they do is tell Flip to take it to court because they don't want to get involved. But also Flip has lost a lot of friends from this, like with once again Rep, who isn't online anymore. Flip's reputation has also been somewhat smeared by the things Falter says and people believe. He's been doxed, he's been threatened with his own information. On top of having to deal with most of this, counterclaiming and sorting through legal documents in his own spare time whilst he works a full-time job.
I have lost 6 Twitter accounts.
What? Okay.
So, it takes 6 DMCAs for a Twitter account to go down. That is 36 DMCAs just on me. Not counting the, I think, 5 or 6 YouTube claims.
Jesus.
And then he's also DMCA'd by Imgur probably about 8 times. And my first account was my biggest, on Twitter at least. My first account on Twitter was the biggest. And that sucked to lose. But like everything after that, it's stressful, but it's more mildly annoying than anything at this point. And like all the false accusations are ridiculous. I don't like being. The problem is he keeps saying things like, "Oh, well, Flip has stabbed me," or "Flip's a homophobe," or "Flip is like all this other shit," and it's like,
okay, buddy, yeah.
Like the variety of claims are as numerous.
He's trying to play that you're all sorts of phobic and all sorts of sism card. Okay.
They are ludicrous. There are so many claims that he makes. Oh, the time alone. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I've probably been dealing with this guy in terms of all the different conversations I've had to do, videos that I've done, legal paperwork, everything else. I guarantee that I have been just dealing with that side of things for at least 500 hours. So, you have a day of peace when you have a day where everything hits the fan, and I have to spend 3 hours filling out paperwork, 4 hours filling out fucking paperwork. I'm working on so much of my own stuff right now, and Falter's not my whole life. He's a footnote in my story. And I've got other things that are more important. You know, I got engaged. I'm getting married soon.
Hey, nice.
Like,
Congratulations.
I have other things. The game I'm working on, my book. Like, I have other stuff that I have to be putting money into besides dealing with some freak online.
Oh, thanks.
No,
yeah. Rima, thanks for raiding. Hi. Welcome, people. Welcome to the chat, bros. Welcome.
I have lost friends over this. Yeah, no, people have completely gone offline. And it's a shame because, like, Rep and I, for example, we were good friends. Like, you know, if Rep came back, I'd welcome them back with open arms. We didn't have a falling out or anything. It's just Rep is so frustrated with Falter, he doesn't want to fucking deal with it anymore.
Oh.
In that regards, yeah, I've lost a lot of people. There's a lot of people I know who've gone completely offline because of him. You know, I can think of 5 off the top of my head.
Yeah, but if you had to put a number on how many people he's affected overall.
Yeah.
Well over 100.
Hi.
Are you yeah, like well over 100, 100%.
100?
When Noobster, one of Flip's close
Oh, thank you.
friends,
Thank you, by the way. Yeah, Douglas Diaz, too. Thank you for the memberships, bro. Super. Big appreciate.
someone that also had a legal case with Falter and was helping document all the actions that he had done, including the 90-plus page document on him. Noobster in April 2025 at the young age of 22 would unfortunately get into an accident and did not survive it. And upon hearing about this, Falter would express no remorse, no empathy, and in fact would take advantage of this to finally get rid of the 90-plus page document, because Noobster was the owner of the Google Drive and now could not counter any copyright claim to take it down. And according to Flip, he would also try to attempt to get his accounts taken down as well, as he's done with so many of his other victims, and he still occasionally makes tweets about him.
Yeah, because Noob's gone. I mean, after Noob died, one, Noob and I were like really good friends, so I was fucking shocked to hear that. But also, like, him dying aside, like, he had so much information on everything, man. I mean, so much, and I don't feel right. Even
just leave
like,
it.
Yeah, like he needs to, like. I don't want to just leave it because Noob put so much time into this. Like, Noob cared about this a lot. Noob wanted to see Falter brought to justice because of everything that Falter did. And there's not much I can do for Noob. Like, at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing more I can do. But I can fucking fight this. And, you know, both for myself and for him, I think it's the right thing to do is to try to keep fighting this until we get some sort of resolution. You know, protecting my own copyright aside, this is what Noob wanted. The last time we talked, Noob wanted me to keep fighting this.
It's honestly surprising how many people this person has affected. And I only know of a small amount of them. There could be so many more. And nothing serious has been done about it. Yes, he got banned at one point from submitting YouTube DMCAs, but he got around that pretty quickly. And yes, with the copyright board, he did get banned. But when they found out he tried to do the same thing with somebody else's identity, they just slapped
That's a lot of fucking people, bro. Hold on, I want to see that. So these are all the people he copyright struck? Oh, shit. Come on.
His identity, they just slapped another year.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jesus!
Year on said ban. Nothing has been done by platforms.
Oh my God!
Like Flip have been contacting them to try and make them aware, which seems all but useless, especially with Discord for some reason. Like, he actually copyrighted a message.
It's the images in the messages, Google images, stuff like that. See, I believe. I'm not sure because, fun fact, Discord still hasn't showed me what he DMCA'd. Which is illegal. And I've repeatedly...
Yeah, Elara is involved in this because apparently... Elara tried to cover the situation, and that one motherfucker decided to, like, impersonate Elara to try and, like, fucking take something down.
Hey, dumb fucks, you gotta show me what he DMCA'd. You know what they still haven't fucking done? And we're talking about a year later for some of these? I still have not seen what he has DMCA'd on my account, and Discord will not fucking tell me.
But there is a bit of hope, because not only is he supposed to appear in court with VTuber Explained very soon, admittedly only for a copyright dispute, but he has also been served by Flip. No, he didn't pull a sick move in the middle of the
It's been served. God, I love the word serve now.
street.
It's
As
so
of
wide.
September, legal documents were placed in Falter's hands at his residence after trying to avoid them for months.
Okay.
In previous attempts, he said that the person on the document...
What are we watching? Oh, we're watching like literally one of the worst people, one of the worst copyright abusers in VTubing, because they are a schizoid and they don't like talking about people. They don't like the fact that people are criticizing them or thinking that something they do is bad, or even the simple fact of disagreeing with them.
wasn't him, or they got the wrong house. I was actually doing air quotations there if you couldn't tell, but confirmed by the sheriff along with the description of him, it was in fact Falter, and he was served and eventually will have to appear in court with Flip for the damages he's done. At least to Flip, and only for the copyright, and if he loses he will have to pay Flip.
This is the
Oh, really?
longest
There's also that too, the card.
stretch that I haven't been seen by him in a while. It's been like, I think, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But even then, I think the reason why he's not is he just got served by me. He avoided service on my other case, because this isn't the first one I filed. The other case,
He avoided service.
he lied to the server over and over again. And then when the sheriff tried to serve him, it was too late because he had taken so much time lying to the server.
What does that mean?
On your other case.
Yeah. So this is the new case, which is for the exact same thing. But I also added misrepresentation in there, so I can also ding him for that. It's for copyright and misrepresentation under the DMCA, both.
Okay. So what's like the worst thing that can happen to him if that goes through?
He'll pay me money. That's really the worst thing that will happen.
Also, I realize I'm typing a lot in the background. No, I'm not playing a game of League of Legends. I'm just simply writing down notes because we called for a long time. Now, for all he's done, even if Flip does win, it still won't repair all the damages Falter has done to him fully and other people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fully stop him from harassing others. As Flip said, he genuinely needs his internet access revoked, especially with how much damage he has.
Okay. What's gonna happen to him if he doesn't show up? What if you just ignore it? Terry is a process of officially delivering document to the person being sued / countersued. I do evictions IRL, fun stuff. Yeah. You know, I knew that. But it's like, it's just a funny term, you know? I know it's appropriate. Contempt of court and default loses the case. Okay, so what if the person just refuses to do any of that? Like, they don't pay the guy money. Do they just, does the police fucking go through the hassle of like just getting this retard out of his house and into jail? Because they lose? Or does the job that they work on, if this brother works at all, get like taken from that guy's bank account and get automatically transferred over to the other guy? I mean, either way, he gets to jail, but like, you know, that's good, so. God damn. Damn. They're American. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, man. Yo, both of... Okay, could you guys stop arguing in the chat? Yeah, I might time out both of you if you, like, start arguing in the chat. I'd rather not have that right now. Holy shit. Okay, Fascinating. Okay. I feel like okay, so maybe like behind the scenes or something, or maybe not behind the scenes. I might want to watch like all three of the coverage of that situation because I feel like there are some stuff I kind of wanted to get in on. I thought it was just going to be like a summary of that one person, but it turns out in order to consume, in order to find out the entire story, I need to consume 3 videos now. Fascinating, interesting. Yeah. Usagi, whose side are you on? Dude, I don't even know what sides you guys are talking about. Like, I really don't. We're just here to watch videos, man. I've never seen this. Wait, do you guys know this? We needed to make it more goonable. V-shoujo when the VTuber is modest. Okay. Look. We're going to watch this video first, and then we're going to watch this one. Okay?
When the VShojo stuff happened, something a little extra unfortunate is that like I'm really happy that Vicky had her model done. Thank God, and like several assets. But for me, I actually had nothing. I came out of VShojo with nothing.
Okay.
Having been completed, except for so I had the design and had the logo. There is still some stuff that I maybe wasn't able to do this time around, or maybe it's not done yet. Like my rigging, thank God, Kira worked so hard and she worked so fast.
Oh, I know this person.
To get done enough for me to even debut. Like I actually I didn't have a model that was able to move until like a few days before debut.
Okay.
So bless Kira, I love her so much.
By the way, chat, I didn't know this.
And then Saiki Yahiro Mama did such a wonderful job with my art. Such a wonderful job. I did ask for... Originally, the design came out with no pink, and I was like, sumimasen. My image color is pink. And even among Densetsu, I'm supposed to be the pink member. So we added a little bit more pink. But I love green as well. I love green and I love white and creams and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm really happy with how it turned out. So part of the reason why my model was as delayed as it was, there were certain staff members at VShojo that were like, this is a great design, but we need to make... Oh, this is so bad. We need to make it more goonable, is what they said.
Hey, chat, stop those, bro. Stop that. Like, I really don't... Yeah. That's enough, like, name calling, and that's like enough argument for now. Let it die.
That's kind of not me. That's kind of not my my brand, or the kind of person I am, or anything like that.
Let me rewind that for a bit. This is a great design.
We need to make... Oh, this is so bad. We need to make it more goonable.
I mean, okay. Is it bad for me? I don't want to say this. How do I want to say this? I'll see it later.
Is what they said, and I was like, that's kind of not me. That's kind of not my.
Is it bad for me? Okay, I'm going to say it right now. Is it bad for me to say that I can see where VShojo is coming from when they say that? I don't agree with that, but like, because VShojo's brand is to make the girls that they want to be in, the girls that they represent, the most goonable fucking characters ever. Like, chat, you have to understand, right? V Shoujo literally is all about toilet humor, sex, fart jokes, and like, yeah. So, to me, it makes sense if they want all their members to have that kind of element. You think, like, look at, let's say for example, you look at, what's her face? Look at Henia. You think Henia wanted to have those like extra assets that shows a lot of skin, that shows her like, you know, her boobs and everything? You think Henia wanted to have those? Probably not. Probably not, right? But I can guarantee you that V Shoujo probably just added that in, with or without Henia's approval. I mean, Henia is lolicon, but I don't know about Henia being a freak like that. You know what I mean?
My brand or the kind of person I am or anything
'Cause, like,
like that.
How do I want to say this? V Shoujo, I think V Shoujo is lying in their branding when they say that they are all about what you want as a VTuber. About how they market their like what's it called? How they market their customizability, that they'll tailor it for you. I don't think that's really the case at all. I don't think so. Yeah.
That, so actually part of the design was finalized after my mama was originally supposed to have already delivered the finished art.
She's a freak though? Yeah, but not like that kind of freak, if that makes sense. I'm talking about her base outfit, by the way.
Mama hadn't gotten the design yet. But
Gotcha.
the design wasn't able to be finished in time because I was sitting there arguing with people about making my design more goonable or not.
Okay.
In the end, what was decided was that we would make the arm slits bigger to show more armpit.
Okay.
But you can't even see it! You can't see it! You can't see it!
You can't see the armpits, yeah.
Yes, I'm quoting it. I'm quoting it. Goonable. I'm not gonna say who it was. It is part of why I came out of it, like Vicky was able to get her model done, thank God.
Okay.
But I came out of it with like no model. And I understand, like strategically, I guess that's kind of, maybe that's important for like, when it comes to VTuber designs. I don't know. Like,
No, it's
not...
important for V Shoujo because it is in V Shoujo's best interest. Well, it was because they're dead. But how do I want to say this? It is V Shoujo's best interest to make you goonable so they can sell you shit. They can sell your shit and market it that way. Like even if you even if your content is not going to be, let's say, goonable, right? They absolutely want it to be, even if you don't act that way. That way they can sell merch to gooners. You know?
Not me. It's not really me. And besides, I think she's plenty cute as she is. I mean, look at these collarbones. I'm really into collarbones. Look at this, like these collarbones. Look at
I
that.
like collarbones too. Now looting say so is the most goonable DN. Not really. Looting say so I think works if there is an okay. I mean I agree with you, but like not all the time looting say so is the most goonable. I feel like when a say so character has like an aspect to them, whether or not it's the design, whether or not it's something hidden, or like a part of their personality that's like absolutely exudes a lot of fucking aura, is when looting a say-so design or a say-so character becomes the most goonable. Let's say I'm going to name 3 examples right now, which is like who are say-so. Well, say-so in terms of at least design, right? That is like gooned 100%. Suisei. The reason why people goon to Suisei is because she is so absolutely confident, and that confident is so hot, right? That confidence is so hot, like in a sexual sense. Even if she doesn't like being sexualized, like overly sexualized in that matter, she doesn't like when her boobs are being exaggerated and shit like that. People can't help but be sexually attracted to that, right? Another example, Ina. Ina is literally the most say-so in Hololive, EN, right? Yeah, sure, her design is sexy, right? Like, her design shows a lot of skin, but day one, when Ina debuted, to up till the back incident, Ina had the least Rule 34s for a reason. And it was because, yes, she has a sex design, but because she is say-so, not enough people really kind of wanted to loot her. It wasn't until the back incident where, wow, Ina has a very sexy back, that people wanted to loot Ina. Right? Because it's a trope in anime where you are like hidden, or you have like a hidden power level. Like you act say-so, but you're actually like this very sexy person when dressed or exposed a certain way, right? Another example would be what's her name? Who's your fucking shit? It's like bikini is more attractive than nude. Yeah, there has to be like a part to it. It doesn't matter what the part is. Intent, personality, design, whatever the case might be. There has to be an element to it that makes it hot. You know what I mean? Aki Rose? Yeah, sure. Let's use Aki Rose. Yeah. Aki Rose. Aki is fucking... yeah, she has big milkers. Yeah, she has like huge thighs. Thick thighs. And like a huge hips. But if she didn't market herself that way, she wouldn't be considered sexy, if that makes sense. The difference between sensual or implicit. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And V Shoujo is all about explicit. They want you to go into the model. You know why? Because V Shoujo, if we are going to take Kei-san's word at face value, where V Shoujo will make their money is merch. Right? So if the design is lootable, is goonable, then they will make money from merch. Obviously, we later learned that V Shoujo didn't give their talent merch money. They just fucking took it all for themselves. So fucking, you know, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, obviously, that's bad, obviously. But like, you can see the correlation there. Correlation does not equal causation, but you know, the coincidences line up. And in V Shoujo's case specifically, if the coincidences line up, then it 100% is a causation at that point. Because V Shoujo was just that scummy after a while. Yeah. Is Aki now hotter than Suisei? No, absolutely not. At least me. At least to me, rather. Speaking V Shoujo work, it always goes out. They still bankrupt? Doesn't make sense. They're always still bankrupt because, how do I want to say this? Because they don't know how to manage their money. They don't know how to manage their money. They probably pay their employers too much. Gunrun probably takes a huge chunk of that money. And they spend it on useless shit. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the obvious answer. But aside from that, we don't know. Because Gunrun filed for bankruptcy. I don't know if he's going to pay the members merch money that they could have had or they should have had. Who knows at this point. As of right now, we don't have proof that Gunrun embezzled a lot of those money and took it for himself. We have proof that money is missing, but we don't have proof that Gunrun took it for himself. We only have allegations. We only have like implications rather. But I can't legally say that Gunrun is a thief. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a reason why the Shoujo members aren't saying that too. I don't know about hearsay because I think a lot of the evidence adds up, but implications, yeah, implications. Anyway, time for the big video. Oh God. All right, chat. I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 minutes because it's a 1 hour fucking video. Okay, it's a 1 hour fucking video. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take like a 2-minute break. We're going to get our popcorn. We're going to get our water. We're going to get our whatever. And we're going to sit through this one. This is an entire movie here. Yeah. I'm just saying that I never trusted the Gunrun the moment I found out he was a founding member of Twitch. I never really knew Gunrun was like that. I mean, I knew that Gunrun was like part of Twitch staff before, but I distrusted V Shoujo the moment I saw the way they marketed themselves. Yeah. It's a 1 hour commitment. Go to the toilet, go whatever. I'm going to get some water and I'm going to get some food. I have some ice cream in the fridge, so I'm gonna get that for a sec. Hold on, give me a sec. Womp womp. Fuck, I ran out of snacks. I don't have snacks. I don't have snacks in my fridge. I'm going to get my roommate to get me to buy me snacks maybe or something. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. I don't Whatever. Why are we not VTubing related? Why are we watching? Oh, because it's the Internet Historian. I like the Internet Historian. It's not VTubing related, I know, but you know, so is like Filipino racism, I guess, not VTubing related. Yeah, I just haven't watched this, and I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch it all with you. Yes. First I've heard of V Shoujo. I thought it was some upper class stuff. Very weird. Oh, it's because V Shoujo marketed themselves that way. V Shoujo wanted to V Shoujo has always marketed themselves as better than Hololive. Check super chats. Oh shit, I didn't see. Hold on. There's no super chats. Yeah, as I was saying, V Shoujo has always marketed themselves as better than Hololive. Even the fact that, talent freedom and like customizability, you own your shit. Like that's exactly like an antithesis to what Hololive is. And at first, you might say that saying those words might not be an intentional diss towards Hololive, but finding out that the way V Shoujo operates, they are actually just trying to they are obsessed with Hololive rather. Finding all of that out makes the coincidences make sense. They truly did not like Hololive. They wanted not because they didn't like Hololive in principle. They disliked Hololive not because of principle, like, you know, Hololive doesn't get to keep their models, Hololive does this, Hololive does that, idol stuff, shit like that. No, they didn't dislike Hololive for all of that. They dislike Hololive because of money, and that was it. They dislike Hololive because it was their competition, and that was it. They dislike Hololive because they are invading in their space. They were so petty, chat. Like, we talked about this, I think. Yeah, it makes it funnier. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100% it makes it funnier. Yeah, like the way that it collapsed. Because I'm gonna be real with you. I thought V Shoujo was gonna last 10 years. I mean, Hololive has lasted 10 years. Well, 27. Yeah, 10 years. Hololive started in 2016, so it's technically been like 9.5 years. They started in like June 2016 or like somewhere around that point. So yeah, it's been 10 years. I thought V Shoujo was gonna last the same way, but no, apparently not. Yeah, their Japan station ads sealed it for me. They only had 2 JP talents at that time. Yeah, fucking Henya and what's his name? Kason. Super retarded. Because I feel like if you were going to advertise yourself in Japan, you would have actual Japanese speaking talents. V Shoujo JP should have been released before you did that. No. V Shoujo just wanted the clout. They wanted to checklist. They wanted to spend their money not so meaningfully. They wanted to check some boxes, and that was it. Nazuna and Kason? Oh, true. Oh, was it Nazuna? Was it Nazuna graduated at the time? I feel like Nazuna graduated at that time. At that point, I think it was just Henya and Kason. I don't remember, but either way, Nazuna never graduated. No, Nazuna graduated from V Shoujo, but I guess like the terminology is different from VTubing, I guess. In idol terms, Graduating just basically means separating from the company. That still means that you are going to still be active as an indie, or you can join another agency or another talent idol group or whatever. But I guess in VTubing that's different. But like at that time, I think Nazuna already left VShojo. Yeah. Henya and Michael are solid talents though. I agree with that. Michael, yes, actually I do agree with that. Michael is a solid talent. Chat, you have to remember, Michael is a very entertaining individual. She might not be like a good person, but her skills as an entertainer is top notch. There's a reason why people want her, right? There's a reason why people want her. And there's a reason why we're still following her. I mean, hey, just covering she is so entertaining that just covering her drama is entertaining by itself. Yeah. Never graduated but live and has her IP. She never removed VShojo tag from her Twitter. She never removed VShojo tag from her Twitter because she's let's say slow. Yeah. But she did graduate. They made an entire post about it. Yeah. VShojo Nazuna graduate. Yeah, they made an entire Yeah, there we go. Was it this one? Yeah, it's just that VTuber fans are the terminology is new to them basically. Yeah. I mean, I guess they didn't say it was graduation but a separation, but you know, the terminology is still there. I guess. She did get announcement for the VTuber JP launch though, 2D, and it was weird. It was. When you first discussed the VShojo graduation, I made the conclusion that this company seems to sus. Talent pays for a company for hindered growth. For what? Yeah, because I think I told you guys this too in my VShojo is doomed to fail video or coverage of the situation. The way VShojo is structured is that if a talent grows too big, there is no reason for them to still rely on VShojo. Because at that point, they can always just get their own company, they can always get their own merch team, their own production team, and their own talent agency to do the shit that VShojo normally does with them. You have an incentive to join VShojo as a small indie, or as a small person, a small content creator, and if you're big, go away. It's not like Hololive, where Hololive, you can't leave you have every incentive to stay in Hololive if you are big, because that IP is yours. The IP is like belonging to the company. The profitability belongs to the company, right? Because the IP is with the company, right? And the stuff that they offer is actually top notch. Chat, because of Hololive, or at least due to in part of Hololive's like backing and affiliations, Mori Calliope gets to partner with big JP, JP studios. They get to partner. Mori Calliope gets to be fucking, Gachiakuta OP singer. They get to partner. They get to go to Japan and be a part of the stuff that you normally wouldn't get to be associated with if you weren't in Hololive. VShojo does not offer any of that. The only time that they did something good, or at least like is I guess like somewhat noteworthy, is that VShojo girls get to be part of Heroes of the Storm. What the fuck is Heroes of the Storm? You know what I mean? When I first heard of that, I was like, what the fuck is Heroes of the Storm? I had to look that up. Yeah. They were part of that? Yeah, Mythic asks, hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Heroes of the Storm, VShojo. VShojo officially got, like, yeah, they were actually part of them. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't Heroes of the Storm, it was Smite. Yeah, sorry, it was Smite. It was Smite. Yeah, Smite, they got into Smite. Like, the collab got them this. And this was back in 2023. Yeah. So he makes an OP for tuning the Midnight Heart. Oh, among many other things, Eddie Fool, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I guess this was good, but aside from that, I don't know if they did anything noteworthy anymore. Yeah. Heck chat at least yeah. And to give you guys like a good example as to why Nijisanji JP might even be a superior like agency to VShojo. Nijisanji JP serves as a publisher to like if a Nijisanji wants to be like to write her own light novels, make their own manga, make their own shit like that, Nijisanji can serve as its own publisher because they have the connections necessary to make that happen. They do. They absolutely do. Yeah. For VShojo's case, I believe VShojo has good managers, but as it is with a lot of VShojo agencies, VTuber agencies rather, good individual managers, bad upper manager. That's always how it works for a lot of these agencies, especially like bigger agencies. Yeah. Ame got to voice for Paladins too. Oh yeah, and they also got to make a theme song for Princess Connect. Princess Connect died though, but that was still Cygames. Hold on. Was it Cygames? Princess Connect. Cygames. It was Cygames, right? Yeah, it was Cygames. Yeah. Yeah. I played this game a lot back then, and it just fucking died. Damn. Yeah, the global died. Sorry. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. Yeah. Jesus. Okay. VShojo was like OTK or FaZe. Hololive is not the same. Yeah, no, we know that. VShojo was a different brand of VTuber agency, and it was the type of VTuber agency that realistically stood no chance. We should have just known. What's that voice in the background? Oh, that was my roommate. She's calling my cat. Anyway, let's watch this. Internet historian time, baby.
This video was made possible by Saley and some very patient people over at Patreon.
Yes.
Okay, music fades in. My friend, let me weave you a tale of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptian sands, where the water plays coy with the shore, and the coy are sure to play in the water. Where the
True, my manager. True, my manager.
wolves make love to the moon. Exterior day. This is the Suez Canal.
So they're doing a script.
Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
Nothing bad ever happens here. True. True and real. Actually, wasn't there like recent drama of Speed having like probably the worst experiences in Africa, in Egypt? Yeah.
Oh, except for that one time.
True.
Oh. Okay, so there's a ship, and it's called the Ever Given.
Okay.
And it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast, probably. And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
but the captain, he's wicked sick cool, so he's like,
They're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure.
Increase speed.
Uh-huh.
If you will not slow down, prepare to meet the full might of the Egyptian military.
two of Egypt's
Okay.
fastest fighter jets scramble on the runway. But the captain kept adding power.
Faster! The people of Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like
True.
speed.
Don't go faster, I beseech you.
But
I
everyone on
beseech
the
you.
crew was loving it. Yeah,
Yeah.
go faster. But then,
Look out! Someone left a ramp in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Okay, they can do that.
it was at this point that the captain chose to do a wicked sick jump.
Okay.
lens.
Lens flare, yep, okay.
But they overshot it. They were gonna collide with a gently sloping sandy bank. They threw on the handbrake.
Drop anchor. Brace for impact.
Okay.
But it was too late. Collision.
Collision.
Literally everybody died. Ever given, ever taken away.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, that'll do. Alright, see you in a year.
Was this
What
just
do you
that
mean
Black
it's
Canal?
not long
Yeah.
enough? Wikipedia, ChatGPT. Add the music. They love that.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna. Okay, so internet historian is pretty much self-aware of like the, let's say the recipes of his videos that like, you know, make that is successful, I guess. And I think part of him hates the fact that he has to do all of them. Yeah. He's literally stuck. He has golden handcuffs right now, chat. He does.
A reaction GIF?
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, this video's too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again. I'll do the phony voice too. Better. Okay, so here's what really happened.
Okay. Okay.
This story begins in Malaysia.
Okay.
Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here. And
Yes.
at a port named Tanjung Pelepus is the container ship known as the Ever Given. The last of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of 20.
That crew compromises of 20 Indian dudes who do everything from navigation to engineering and maintenance. There are photos, but it felt necessary to show them. When it comes to staff members for things like these, it's always like some variation of South Asian, or Middle Eastern people, because they're cheaper. You can pay them less.
Oh. At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the boat's tummy is all full of cargo.
Okay.
We're almost ready to get going."
Okay.
So Evergreen, the operating company of the ship, would have called ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please. Large. How many containers? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this guy, the operating company, is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority.
Okay.
And they are in charge of all of the operations of the Suez Canal.
They make mad money there,
Thank you for choosing
probably.
Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd in queue.
Okay.
All right, we've got a Supermax container coming through on March 23rd. Pulling up the stats now. The Ever Given.
Okay.
One of the largest container ships in the world. Over 400 meters long, 60 meters wide. Only 10% smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Okay.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers.
Hey, that's good.
Here's a guy and a sandwich for scale.
Oh.
All right, navigator, helmsman, Gene. Let's get going. We wouldn't want to hold up the other ships. With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given set sail from Malaysia.
Ever Given starting point was Shenzhen. Of course, it's China, duh.
And makes course for the Netherlands. Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's so simple. You just go from here over.
Not true. If it starts from China, then it started fucking here. Then here, Malaysia, then all the way. Okay.
Already know, but the Netherlands is over here.
Yes.
The route's so simple. You just go from here over to. Oh. We're blocked by Africa, sir.
True.
Should
True.
we just hit that?
Something missing. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't recognize that.
Don't worry. I know a shortcut. Head into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea.
Oh.
Captain, it's
It looks like an asshole from those hentais. Or vagina.
blue. I know.
Okay.
In a bit over a week, the Ever Given cruises all the way to the Red Sea.
How? Look. Look, okay. Look. See that? Like when you do an X-ray frame in hentai, vaginas usually look like that.
Blue.
Sorry for being a gooner. There.
Cruises all the way to the Red Sea.
Okay.
And on the way, someone on the crew points out Djibouti and says it aloud.
Djibouti.
Because it's fun to say. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that much.
Yes.
Captain, we've got another problem on the sat-nav. There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I just head back? Now, if this was 1868,
Even they know
would be in
exactly.
big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel right from one side of this isthmus to the other, and filled it with water, they did.
Okay.
Which meant that ships no longer needed to circumnavigate Africa. It's nothing personal. It's a geographic thing.
Yeah, true.
Late
It's
that
for
evening,
economic
the Ever Given
reasons.
arrives at the Gulf of Suez, here on the map. It's a big open area for ships to park. And there are ships everywhere, sitting idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop anchor. But then, something captures his attention. Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship over there?
Okay.
It looks abandoned. M.V. Ahmad.
Is that a bad thing?
Do not speak its name, helmsman. Why not? Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop anchor, and radio into the Suez Canal Authority.
Is that like superstition? You're not supposed to say the name for like a ship?
For joining the queue, typical wait time is a few hours, up to 1 business day.
Hi, JF Skill, welcome.
Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah, blah, blah. Somewhere way down the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs 2. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And they stand around going, yes, yes, go here, turn coming up here, watch out for the geese.
Sure.
So just stand by for a while, yep? Alright, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Canthaville heads back to his quarters to take a nap.
Yeah, GF Scale, it is.
Quite a cozy scene, wouldn't you say?
I recognize the scene from Dune.
But all is not well on the Ever Given tonight. There seems to be some trouble.
Okay.
With the weather. 2:30 a.m. Canthaville wakes up. Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers.
I have an intrusive thought. Okay? Before we continue, I have an intrusive thought. Wouldn't it be like the most profitable move in the world that you go to like you apply to a container ship vessel like this, right? And then you get accepted because I imagine they'll take people who just want to be in it for the small pay, and you make a bet in Polymarket or in any of those like fucking gambling thingamajigs, right? You bet a Polymarket that the Suez Canal is going to be blocked in this specific day, right? Obviously, you do something about it, and then when you are in the Suez Canal, you intentionally sabotage the ship so that it gets delayed or blocked. And then, the person that's gonna get hurt are the other people that made a bet against that not happening, and the captain and the company of the responsible for the ship. But you, as an employee, you don't, as long as you hide your tracks correctly, and you don't get caught sabotaging the ship, you get to get away from that scot-free, and you make a shit ton of money from Polymarket. That's illegal? Yeah, of course that's illegal, but at the same time though, that's why That's why, like, you know, it's an intrusive thought, because, like, at the same time, if you hide your tracks properly, you know, you don't get caught. You Agent 47 this bullshit. It's like, you know what I mean? God damn.
Sparring.
I feel like Polymarket is such a bad fucking platform for intentional sabotage and insider trading for a lot of events. Yeah.
With the wind. Loud enough to capture Canthal's attention. Rara. He dashes up to the bridge. Alright, what's the status on it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Ever Given is fine and the anchor is keeping us held. Alright, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about.
That's
we need more buffer.
That's the foreshadowing.
Good thinking. All right, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks to life. The helmsman steers the Ever Given to get further away from the other ships. This whole thing might be cancelled. Port control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal
I don't remember the name.
Happening? Not cancelled. Hold position. Your pilot is wrapping up and will be on his way to your vessel soon. They're making us wait. Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez.
Yeah.
Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Ad time?
Coming up next on
okay.
Channel Ad Time.
Welcome back to Raising
yeah, I knew it.
I'm Saley Man, professional traveler and eSIM user. Finding tourists to get them huge savings on an eSIM plan. It ain't for the faint of heart.
True.
But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years, when they're traveling, they need data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
Got another one. Try this. First, we download the Saley app on your phone.
It's
then
so
we choose how
retarded.
much data we want and
I don't know what
then
the fuck
add
is
the
Saley,
code
dude.
Internet Historian for 15% off.
Okay.
And don't forget the most important part. Mwah. I just gave your phone international data using the Saley app.
Thank you, Saley Man. Very cool.
So download the Saley app or scan the QR code on the screen now and use the code Internet Historian to get 15% off at checkout.
It's so beautiful here in the hills of Switzerland. If only I could listen to podcasts in the background.
Here comes Saley Man.
Why would you do that?
Over 200 destinations.
I'm sailing, all right.
Live chat support. And no physical SIM or roaming fees, because it's just an app.
Could I have my phone back, please?
At Saley, family comes first, and data comes second.
Should I
Data
download
comes
this app,
first.
chat?
They're both tied for first.
Tonight on Raising Saley.
Okay.
Anyone can get Saley. Dead ones. Sorry, I have a boyfriend.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm sold. I think I'm gonna download it right now. Not because, it's just, it's actually, it seems like it sounds like a good product, especially if you travel a lot, you know.
And ones, all regular.
I have a presentation in 15 minutes at the UN Security Council,
and
I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're gonna nuke North Sentinel Island again.
True.
15 minutes to go and he hasn't got the slides.
I'll be the guy who started the next world war without those damn slides.
10 minutes to go and
He once said he can't believe companies let him do this shit with their ads. Oh, it's because, like... Yeah, okay, so, a little bit of a lore drop, okay? A little bit of a lore drop. Did you guys know when I used to get sponsored by the Raid Shadow Legends and ExpressVPN and, what's it called? Other apps, I tried to do ads like Internet Historian, basically tried to copy it. But they didn't let me do it. They didn't let me do it because apparently it was like disrespectful to the brand itself. And I'm like, okay, but why did Internet Historian do it? And then they didn't answer me with like, they answered me, but they didn't speak in behalf of the company. But they said something along the lines of, oh, it's because he's a better, bigger YouTuber. And I'm like, whoa, wow, okay, well, I mean, I didn't need to take that stray there, but, you know, I agree with you, but like, goddamn, man, okay, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they just let Internet Historian do it because he's the exception to the rule. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you know what? If you are the Internet Historian and you manage to pull this bullshit off and like... It's like you deserve it. You know what I mean? You deserve it. I got hit with a truth nuke there. Yeah, exactly.
Got the slides.
History will not look kindly on me without those slides.
Here comes Saley. Now you have 10 gigabytes of data on your phone. Cheaper than
Did
most...
it traumatize you? No, not really. This happened to me back when I had like 70k subscribers. So it was... They weren't lying there. It was true. Like, I agreed with everything that they said. Internet Historian is a bigger and better YouTuber than me. Like, just objectively from all metrics. And even, like, especially because I did start my channel partly inspired by the Internet Historian. You know, I couldn't disagree there. Yeah.
Phone providers.
I love you, Saley, man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saley app really saved me.
This truly was our darkest hour. But we prevailed. It's not an easy job. But Saley gets me through.
Oh, Jesus.
So download the Saley app or scan the QR code on screen and use Internet Historian as the code to get 15% off at checkout. Get some damn data on your phone, why not?
Sure.
Add over.
Add over.
Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for hours.
Yes, unpopular. Raid Shadow Legends does have a strict ad policy on how to advertise them, but Internet Historian is the exception.
Then suddenly, an idea. The helmsman takes it upon himself to navigate a little bit of...
I am aware of the plagiarism history.
Tee-hee-hee, says the helmsman. As long as no one checks the nav data, this won't come back to bite me at all.
True. But they always do.
A couple of hours pass. The wind dies down just a little. No ships crashed into the Ever Given, but a small one did pull up beside it. Captain, pilots are here. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with blue and red.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead. 14 kilometers per hour.
Okay. That makes it easier. I love the visual
reference. The Ever
reference.
Given joins a convoy of ships taking position at the entrance to the canal. Convoy, checking in.
Do it for her. Clean Cleopatra. Hello.
All right, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know.
Okay.
What? A big straight line? It is 193 kilometers of narrow waterway. And I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes 12 hours to traverse. That's a full day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep.
Okay.
Oh, that's very shallow. Yes, and only 200 meters wide in some parts.
Ooh.
That's very narrow.
Yeah.
I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would
I mean...
you? Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here.
That's a lot. That's millions.
If you blocked it, the consequences would be humongous. No pressure, though. Oh, I see. Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech to everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot.
Yes.
14 kilometers. Steady on. So into the canal, the Ever Given went. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea.
The Suez Canal must be so much of a horror, though. Imagine being rammed by that many ships all at once.
By miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon.
Okay.
Low visibility. Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow. The Ever Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog.
Are you like this? I just
And there's no real build-up here, to be honest. Things go awry almost immediately. How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable. All right, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting.
These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone?
The pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone.
Okay.
The angle of the wind is particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
Yeah. So they have to
Helmsman,
steer...
you're still too far to the left. You got to get back to the center. Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting.
The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship, but he cannot seem to stay in the center.
That's very
Come on,
stressful.
helmsman, we're still not seeing
and
it.
very annoying.
I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their every countermaneuver.
This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way?
Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip. No, the problem is we're going too slow. Red Pilot takes the initiative. If we speed up, we can push through the wind. Accelerate to 22 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges. 22 kilometers per hour.
Engines engage and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing.
Okay.
All right, Gene. It's a bit windy. Relax. This must happen all the time. The Red Pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center.
Yeah.
Helmsman, you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what...
It needs constant readjusting. So whenever it steers a little too sharply to the right, you need to let go. And then when it steers, like when it deforms again, you steer it again to the right. Then again and again. Okay.
What to do?
I can see why it takes a lot of stamina.
Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something.
Yes, okay.
The ship is now consistently snaking left and right and left and right.
Yeah.
Turn to the right. So they turn to the right.
But then they end up too far to the right.
You're too close to the right bank now. Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left. Look, this is all a bit tense. And we both know where this is going.
Collision.
It's gonna crash.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it. Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping sandy bank.
Okay.
Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving...
Oh, the two pilots are
navigation
arguing.
advice.
Okay.
We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank.
What do I do? Reduce the speed.
Oh, hi, Phobia. I didn't know you were a seaman.
The two pilots begin bickering.
Yeah.
And not just bickering normally. They're
Arabic.
bickering in Arabic.
Oh my god, of course! Chat, not pre-watched by the way, but it's just that I've seen some stories from like what's I'm gonna call it? Like in a lot of places, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, where like when these happens, it's usually in Arabic too. And it's the two pilots. It's the two people they're supposed to hire. That was recommended by the Suez Canal Authority. Holy shit!
And Canthable's crew doesn't speak Arabic. What the hell are they saying? I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone here speak Arabic? The Ever Given has reached its target speed of 22 kilometers an hour. But they're taking wider and wider turns and can't seem to get anywhere near.
Yeah, I don't think I got the joke.
And the two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Pilots! Captain! The Ever Given then reaches an extreme, unrecoverable angle.
Okay.
Pointing acutely to the right. Straight for the bank.
Okay. Arabickering. Gotcha.
We need to turn left. Now.
Gotcha.
Hard left.
I got it.
Hard to the left. Hard to the left. The rudder turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it. Instead, it slides. Didn't I tell you to turn left?
He's doing the Akira slide,
Why are we
chat.
turning? I am turning to the left.
The
Captain.
music.
The ship's not responding. I knew this would happen. It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer. The ship has gone out of control.
Oh, I know this person.
Captain. Canterville finally steps forward. Enough!
Too late, though.
Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce... But it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Canterville did not intervene.
Not enough in time, yeah.
Shit.
Collision. The music makes it gold, dude. Oh.
The crew can feel the vibration through the floor as the bow meets the bank. That bow, raised 6 meters, slides into the bank with ease.
Ooh.
Like a hot pencil through pudding.
Into the bank. Oh, it's stuck.
Meanwhile, the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank. The bridge shakes and the crew lurches forward as 300,000 tons of momentum is reduced to 0 in the span of a couple of seconds.
Okay.
We've run aground, cut your engines, Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time and prevent running aground as well.
Yeah.
Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from above. It is diagonally wedged across the entire canal. An unplanned bridge connecting 2 continents. A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost nothing to compare it to. Maybe Hindenburg? 9/11? I'll keep Googling.
Okay.
Yeah, hold off on the dramatic sound effects. There's no...
How did Nanashi Mume cause this? Why would she do this to her? To them? To
Need
us?
to panic just yet? It's like a car tire stuck in the mud. We simply reverse. Full astern. Well, that means full backwards. Propellers at the back of the ship whiz to little effect.
Yeah.
Locked in place.
Where are you gonna reverse it to?
Band. We didn't move. Merely a run-up. Crash astern. That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible. Nothing. No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still have one more option.
The dramatic pause.
Start up the bow thrusters. They're the jets at the front of the ship that give a little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern.
They need to have a fucking for ships, like future ships, modern ships, they have to have like thrusters or something on the sides to prevent this.
Stern full thrusters.
We had a rock and their shoot true.
No effect, sir.
Oh no. Dramatic pause.
Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time, Canterville said something very quirky and millennial, like, so that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilots then jumped on
I don't know why that fucking kills me. So that just happened. Okay.
the radio and got in contact with the port authority. We've got something to tell you, and
it's your
you
fault,
gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up. Listen. We're gonna need a tugboat. We are run aground. The helmsman takes a turn at being millennial. There are other ships right behind me.
Aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
And there were, as the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer. Make that 2 tugboats.
Okay. I'm ironically laughing at these stupid jokes, dude.
What happened here exactly? And who is in big trouble? Explainer time. There are 3 main causes to why the ship crashed. Let's start with the wind.
You can't blame the wind, though. It's the force of nature.
Very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone.
Yeah.
But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canterville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With 1 on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane.
Okay.
Second cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour. And telling the helmsman to go beyond that meant that they are technically breaking the rules.
Yeah.
And while I agree that some rules are made to be broken, going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics.
Oh.
Big problems.
I wouldn't be on a motorcycle going that fast on a narrow road too.
Huge.
5 fun physics phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. But what I will say is this. Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer. The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left.
Okay.
I'll just turn right a little bit, but instead you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, come on guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane. Well, they can't.
Raising it like it's an anime character.
Because
raising your
every
hand.
time they try to direct back to the center, the speed and the oversteer means they overshoot it. One more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze. Wait for it.
Take a look at this animation side on.
Okay.
Water pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual.
Yeah, like a speedboat.
Which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they
stuck.
really wedge themselves in.
Yeah.
But we can't just blame everything on the physicists, because there's a third main cause.
People.
Poor communication.
Yep.
English is the official language of pretty much every port. However, the pilots start arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed. And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge.
Okay.
But the blame is not all on the co-pilots either. The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him. So the captain should have intervened and said something like, shut up, everybody.
Yeah, he wasn't a Giga Chad enough. Yeah.
He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late. Now that everything's been laid out, who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given? The helmsman? Blue pilot? The red pilot? Canthaville?
I like to think of all of this as like so when it comes to fault or finding fault in like situations like these, I try to go back to the very beginning. Okay, what could have prevented all of this from happening at the very start? Which mistake started the domino? And I think in this case, the first mistake was on the two captains. Because the two pilots rather. Because the captain literally suggested the captain didn't want to go with winds that fast. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's absolutely that.
I'll tell you. Society, that's who.
Oh, okay.
You and me. And I think you should apologize.
I'm like, but why are there two pilots? Apparently, depending on how big the ship is, it needs two pilots. Act 2. Okay, let's go.
Alrighty, so we have something 3.5 times the size of the Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick.
That's wow.
Good stuff. And they didn't get very far
Titanic
through the canal
is only that
About
big?
5% of the progress bar. But if we scroll up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water there is very salty instead of fresh.
Huh.
Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsah Lake, named so because Timsah is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there. Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean.
Okay.
That would have been very nice for them. Now we go back a bit to Timsah Lake, and here you'll find the city of Ismailia. And at its port, see this building? This is the Suez Canal Authority.
Okay.
Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational
Said.
control, is just settling in for the day. As he sits down to his desk, Captain, you're gonna want to see this. The video feed
the millennial lines.
pulls up. What? Line 1. We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat. Stuck? Stuck where? You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There. Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas.
It's a one line, yeah.
What? So you're blocking all the traffic? Mr. El Said, we already promised we wouldn't get mad. Fine. I gotta see how bad it is in
What the
person.
fuck,
El
dude?
Said snatches his keys off his desk and he races down to his car, rushing to the scene. He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship. My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's largest Walmart, except it is also 15 stories tall. The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side, like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. The ass of the ship firmly squatting aground on the other side. And the middle of the ship making bended metal groans as it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand run through his fingers. At this point, another important person arrives on the scene. Admiral Rabi.
Oh,
He is
Admiral!
the Suez Canal Authority chairman, the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough
mafia.
structure of the organization. He's all the way up here, right?
Oh no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself.
Pharaoh?
Yep, that's one blocked canal. No, Mr. President, he didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review. Come on, follow me to the bridge. Now, Al Said and Rabi board the ship, and it's a hell of a scene. The crew is racing around. Oh God, they're gonna check the nav data. They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh God.
Oh,
Campbell
God.
is standing back taking a panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says, and the 2 pilots from before
They're
are
still arguing.
bickering.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canthaville. Oh God, this is the end of my career. This is gonna cost $1 billion. Al Said puts his hand on Canthaville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this. Come on, Captain. What's the status? Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
Oh.
So it could sink? Yeah. That would shut down the whole canal for months. Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere. Yet. The best way to get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your crew can offload containers?
How?
No. Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to offload
How?
these containers out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of. The ballast tanks. Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure.
Okay.
Excellent idea. I'll get started. No, you can't do that. Well, why not?
Why not?
Allow me to explain. You see, when a ship fills its ballast tanks, it's filling with more than just water. It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish. Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port, you're introducing these stowaway pest species
Okay.
into the environment.
Okay.
Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific Sea Star, the European green crab, that son of a bitch,
Oh,
and
God.
cholera.
Why is the world so complicated, man? Why do we have to worry about this shit? Oh my god.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it. Usually
How are
through
you gonna treat 10,000 tons of water though?
heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere. Al Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are 2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier.
Okay.
Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need. Yes, tugboats. This is the Mosaid 2 and the Mosaid 3.
Hi.
These 2 little guys are able to pull around this massive cargo ship, comparable in size to the Ever Given. On go the ties. Line secure, all fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Canterville looks nervously at El Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead. The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for resistance. All right, a little more.
Yeah, guys, it's wedged
More.
in. How are you gonna pull it?
More, full power. Nothing. Not an inch of difference. All right, stop engines. Be on standby.
It's wedged in.
This
yeah.
isn't going to work. With just 2 tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time.
Shouldn't they dig
How
up the
soon do you
dirt?
think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold. The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Hi again. They say it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell them to
He's
hurry.
not paying
A
attention.
day or 2? I'd better update my boss. Let him know it's not gonna be a quick fix. I should call my wife as well. All right, don't go too
Yes.
far. I need you for something in a minute. Hey, what about excavators? Oh yeah, how many we
True,
got?
dig out the dirt.
Right now? No, for my birthday. Yeah, now. 1. 1. 1 guy. There's only 1 excavator on standby for the whole canal.
It's
Well,
John
just
Excavator.
post-COVID, everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through. There really was just 1 guy, by
Hi,
the way.
Abdullah.
It's local contractor Abdullah. So he picks up the phone. Mushy mushy. There's been a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets, Choom.
Choom.
Abdullah jumps in his
Cyberdog,
truck and
okay.
gets to the scene. And when he pulls up, Gott in Himmel. He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal. Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task he's ever done digged.
He's been ever given. Ah! Fuck you, internet historian. You should have said that. Oh, that's the actual picture. That's cute. Okay.
Back on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep, no, love you too. Okay, bye. Whew, the boss was not happy. Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this? Breathe into this tube. Also, you have to do a drug test.
Oh.
After the crash, they tested
Alcohol and drug test.
Canterville
Okay.
for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative.
Good.
There's also a
He's
procedure
responsible.
to make sure that captains aren't fatigued. They look at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canterville took that nap, remember?
Yeah.
He's had plenty of rest time.
Yeah.
So he passed the fatigue assessment. And while Canterville was at the nurse's office, high tide came and went. Tugs were tried again. And again. Tried a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It didn't work.
Yeah.
All day trying, all evening, and into the early morning.
Yeah.
But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
Sphinx. Okay.
Of course. The moon.
Oh, sure, the tides. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Day 2. There's quite a queue of ships by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Hey, move your ass! I got Frozens in the back. Go around! Go around! No one knows
It's
quite
so
what's happening
stupid.
because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement.
Yeah.
But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given
Leaked it to
takes
the
a
media.
photograph and publishes it online.
Oh,
And
okay.
this starts a bit of a buzz on social media.
Yeah.
It was at this very moment that the helmsman's most feared fear was most realized. Someone pulled up the navigational data.
Colonel?
Within 24 hours, it was all over the news.
True.
So over
True.
at the Suez offices, Mr. Rebbe, you have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes.
Oh, it's Jennifer Lawrence.
And the Suez Canal Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference. Okay. This is crazy.
It's
Let's
crazy.
say, hypothetically. They didn't give many details, but it was a very inspirational press conference. The news begins reporting
No way, this fucking makes me die.
on the story.
It's so
It's
stupid.
blocked. Cargo ship blocking
Oh,
the Suez
God.
Canal is a huge container ship.
There's just the most incredible drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
To one of the world's most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel. I'm Nana. Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. The point is, this story exploded everywhere. There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I appeal to have blocked global trade.
And the internet, upon
Was that
seeing
Casio?
it, went, these guys need some help. We would love to volunteer.
There's that picture of a naked woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship.
I do hate that. I hate these retarded people that are all over social media trying to like do this shit. Like trying to like provide advice or solutions, like as if they knew anything about what happened.
Unstuck. All right, it's time for the...
Oh, Count Dankula? Hello. No, I didn't know that.
I reckon you could pretty much just do this.
I thought that was like a Casio noise. Sorry, a Casio meme. You know.
It'd work. Section. By far the most popular solution was simply blow it up. No ship, no problem. But why wouldn't this work? Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo. And this thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep up, actually.
Okay.
And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach 1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out? You could even take it all the way to its destination in the Netherlands.
The Pacific Rim style. Okay, gotcha.
Right. Problem is this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're gonna need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash. It ain't gonna work.
They're like mosquitoes.
En route to help. Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Next. Alright, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the ship.
Oh, true, and
turn
fucking
them all
propel
on
it
at
there,
once
yeah. Okay, maybe not that, but you know.
However, there is a risk of an explosion.
Okay.
And then you'd have a hole in the ship. And then the ship sinks, and then you're really never moving it. Hear me out. Liquid nitrogen. A lot of liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up. Bob's your uncle, you love it.
That's going to
Except now,
damage the
the ship
entire...
is just stuck in ice. And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position.
Oh, okay.
Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material. Also, everyone's gonna freeze to death on board. And the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not gonna work.
True.
All right. Last idea. Best idea. What if we just actively made things worse?
Okay.
Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal.
Okay. People actually voted for this.
Jokes aside, one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, a few people on this side, a few people on that side. Push it, and I really think it would go.
Okay, buddy.
Or maybe. Because that's exactly what the recovery team intended to do.
Okay.
Ahoy. Ah, good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you.
Okay.
Just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join Abdullah, and they are all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge.
I don't know what that is.
Essentially, you've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder.
Oh, okay.
All right, do the dredgy.
Okay.
Full speed. What else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats join the fray. A total of 8, arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East. And that includes the non-desert.
Sheesh.
Full ahead with those.
That's a beast.
They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest stakes game of tug of war ever attempted.
Yes.
Tens of millions of dollars being lost every hour until it was won. And their opponent? Unbothered.
Barack Obama,
moisturized,
true.
taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable. All right, we're calling it for now. Oh, El Sayed, we've thrown everything we can at the ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless.
Hey.
The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville.
Okay.
Magic. We will succeed. Your words are empty, El Sayed. Optimism has blinded you, El Sayed.
Okay.
We cannot defeat the canal. It is simply too powerful.
Okay.
If I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Kais and Kaisha Limited,
Chinese?
are getting very worried.
Yes.
I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it. There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this. Kaisen calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Smit Salvage. We need your help.
Sounds
I
Japanese.
Got your number from.
Oh, okay.
You know who. Smit is the
Gotcha.
industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies. And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012.
Okay.
Suit up, boys.
So
They put
we have
the ocean
professionals here.
in Ocean's 11. The Tide in Tide Pod. And
Okay.
sometimes they pee in the water. Why not? The fish do it.
We all do.
We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
I have to break it as if it's like some fucking okay spy movie. Holy shit.
Next time on Boat in Canal. The prophecy. It's coming true. Kiss me, you fool.
What?
I'm beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free.
What?
Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Laurel.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's only one way this was
he's
ever
a traitor? He's a traitor. Okay. Okay.
It's now day 3.
Okay.
There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands of tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer and longer.
Oh.
On board, an estimated $9.6 billion worth of goods is sitting idle.
Okay.
Milk! It will spoil! And the big question
Let's
is,
go!
how long until this thing is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe two, might even be this afternoon.
True.
But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, this is proving to be more difficult than originally expected.
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Yeah, I mean, realistically though, if it is going to be like stuck for weeks and months and there are like urgent shipment in one of those ships, they can't realistically like turn back because of because the canal is narrow and there's multiple ships behind them either. It's like, holy shit. They're actually fucked.
That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got two options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option two, we go all the way around Africa. And I really don't want to do that, and it's not just a geographic thing. Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel.
Yes.
It adds 10 extra days to the route.
Yes.
And most importantly,
Pirates. Somalian pirates. Yeah.
Gay pirate assassins.
Now, there be two main pirate hangouts. The Somali pirates.
Yep.
Everyone knows about them.
But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea.
Okay.
Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates.
Okay.
In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea.
Jesus.
That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha. And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. And when
I guess that's why even if the Suez Canal is like, in terms of geographic location, like probably like a bad, very risky thing, it's riskier to go through Africa because of the pirates. Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know that.
Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there.
You can't park there.
I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And there are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do.
Yeah, why not, you retards? Don't apologize. Japanese apologies. Oh god, please don't do it.
King News. Pause for a second.
It's his boss.
Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry.
Why though? He didn't do anything.
Owners of the Ever Given feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology.
We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it.
Yeah.
Yours sincerely,
Excellent.
Mr. Kaisha. Oh god, that's the boss of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it. All we can do is keep trying to free the ship.
Yeah, he's
so
oarsing.
they keep going. And going. Into the night.
Does he resign? Probably not.
And on that night,
Realistically, didn't do anything.
Canterville and El Said had a heart-to-heart.
Looking at the stars.
The
fucking
mood was
stargazing.
very somber.
Oh god.
Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course.
Oh, hi Boymo, welcome.
Well, it's day 3.
It's going well.
How much progress have you seen so far?
They're gonna blow us up, aren't they?
It's possible.
They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That seems less likely. They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up.
That one got debunked. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you.
Yeah.
It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman,
Yeah.
Gene,
Yeah.
and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get on a lifeboat right now and never look back. I could go live on an island somewhere, far, far away from here. Run away? Look at this. Timu neck massager for sex.
He's actually. This is all the tropes, dude.
Mailbox every morning.
Yeah.
Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for Mr. Poe Box.
Yeah.
You want to disappoint him? No. Little Jimmy won't be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this Christmas. And you think that doesn't kill me inside?
Oh, it's the anime thing, the anime hand swipe thing.
There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right. Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky.
Oh god, it's so good.
Los Lunos.
Oh.
Yes, the moon. The son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope.
Yes.
And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled.
The full moon will lift, the tide
supermoon.
rises, yeah.
I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry. You see, the
It's
moon doesn't
Muna!
rest
He's going a high
orderly
tide,
in
true!
a perfectly equidistant circle. It is, in fact, an ellipse.
Yes.
That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest from the Earth, and we call that the apogee.
The low tide.
And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth.
The high tide.
That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual?
Uh-huh.
Different distances, isn't it? Point is, the moon gravities all over the water. And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull. Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in
mainstream media, I love him.
a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact opposite side.
Oh,
Bam.
so
At this
yes.
point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea.
Yes.
And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
It is a prophecy. Holy shit. It's actually an anime right now. Like, how does this incident directly coincide with the happening of the supermoon? Like, how is that? God is writing a novel right now. Holy shit. What the hell, man?
Previously on Boat in Canoe.
How is that, like, the coincidences lining up?
Ha ha ha, my plans have all fallen into place. I
Panama?
thought I knew what being a captain meant. What do you mean, cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold. We've got one chance left. The moon. This is just like that Costa Concordia video he did, but way less funny.
Yes.
Over at the Ever Given, things are status quo. But online, there's a bit of a new development. A screenshot of a news article appears.
Okay.
Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal. Captain involved in incident.
Well, I mean, they all are.
But there's a twist. Uh-oh. Is that a woman? A woman. Egypt's first female sea captain.
Oh, they're shifting the blame on her? Even if she didn't do anything?
Was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Ever Given. And the screenshot of this news headline spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given
and she's
is
a woman
currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria.
Yeah.
But someone online went, first female captain? Grody?
Grody?
Suez blockage? She must have did it.
Who the heck blamed
Marwa
her?
found out about the accusations
People.
through a friend.
Retards,
and quickly
I guess.
hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me. But the online bad guys must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out in squiggles.
Because it's Arabic, yeah.
This code, it's nothing I've ever seen before. They're countering my hack. I'm gonna reroute the hosting. Not if I can help it. They went through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better. Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree
I hate
that
women.
she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel, It was not fair that she was being falsely accused. And the situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marwa, etc. to do against such a coordinated campaign? Well, luckily, a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Okay.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end, it all turned out okay. At least, for her. Back to the Evergiven.
For her.
The Evergiven has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
Okay.
So tug, tug, tug. Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a Red Bull and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon. But as the engines wind down, the crew can hear something approaching. Who the hell is that?
Okay.
It's Smith Selvage.
Oh, it's the Alpha team.
The
Okay.
Smith team boldly actions onto the scene.
Okay. Let's
Looking
go.
at the ship very inspectively.
Stop.
They report their findings to the rescue team. Alright, I ain't no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're gonna need to make it a lot lighter. By tens of thousands of tons at least. Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay,
Yeah?
we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter? I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're gonna
Okay.
need at least a few weeks. Weeks?
SMIT.
And to get all the
True.
containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President. He didn't say months. He said monks.
Yeah, true.
Those Shaolin guys.
Yeah.
They're very strong.
Yeah.
Everything's going according to plan.
A furious rabbi marches in.
Do you have any idea
Who I
how
am?
much these last
Okay.
few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone. It's looking all messed up.
Oh,
We
God.
turned the whole country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt. Remember Tutankhamun?
So retarded, but I can't help but laugh at it.
Now it's Tutankhamun.
Oh, God.
Get it? It's a pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the Smith
I get
guy
it.
standing in for the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far? Al Sayed wouldn't hear it.
We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save us. You are foolish, Al Sayed. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
All right, we're on the same team here.
I see.
If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging...
SMIT seemed to have insisted that offloading cargo was the better plan. The SCA disagreed and wanted prioritize tugging during the supermoon. SMIT starts making moves to get machinery for the scene for Plan B in case it didn't work. But they were on board with Plan A supermoon idea as well. Okay.
We've got resources to help.
Smith calls in 2 additional tugboats.
And not just big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get. So Smith and the recovery team have figured out a sort of Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Evergiven free by the supermoon, which is only 2 days away. Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to Plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take months.
We're about to find out if it worked, Gambaloni. Everyone's mad? Okay.
Watching on impatiently, tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels waiting to use the canal.
Yeah.
Fresh fruit, thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine, losing its potency.
After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. You take the red.
Not to mention livestock.
More than
Oh,
a dozen
Polish cow
ships
song.
have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle, lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun. The Egyptian government has had to dispatch vets to board these ships to tend to the animals' welfare. A few days ago, when I was a younger man,
The visual
freight from
gags
Asia
are always
only
the
cost
best.
$8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000. And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants. Adidas, Nike, IKEA all saw shortages.
Yeah.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people go! Through the little waterway, please.
Let me be like
And meanwhile, all across the day, the tugs are trying again and again. Move a little more sand, wait for the next high tide, try again. And as this marches on with the same futility as
Sure,
day
if only
one,
Moses were here.
banking on the supermoon looks like a costlier and costlier gamble.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this. Said about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
Okay. Hi, Crab.
The supermoon.
Oh shit. What's
It's
with the
tonight.
tanks?
There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can
Okay,
to
they're
prep
not
their
tanks,
ship
okay.
for the big event. The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11.
Okay.
Working
cool.
double, sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day for sleep.
Oh.
Together with the two dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand
That's a
and
lot.
soil. For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter, and this is 30,000 cubic meters.
Yes.
And here is what it looks like next to the Ever Given.
Yes.
That's a lot of sand. Subway sandwich for scale.
Yes.
And
Thank
it's
you.
borne some results. Overnight, they managed to
I mean, they would have to, right? I don't want to, like, for pirates, you need, like, guns.
free the rudder
Yeah.
from the left bank.
Just
And that's
shoot
a
'em.
big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand. Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great
Yes.
stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is doing everything it can to lighten the weight of the ship.
Oh.
That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh, please, the Smith guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy. The water's so bright, I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here,
Yeah.
take these. No. I don't
no.
deserve them.
Oh no.
Sunglasses are for people who redeem themselves. That's not me.
Oh no.
Hold on to them, just in case.
It's actually like an anime thing.
Into the evening, the pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon.
Yeah.
Rabbi, he's busy taking video calls.
They're all looking up to the moon now.
But he finds himself distracted
By the moon.
with thoughts of the moon.
Yeah, they're all relying on the legend now.
Even Mr. Kaisha. Is there anything in this world that doesn't remind me of her?
Oh god.
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem.
Oh hi.
Evergiver is stuck in the
Evergiver,
Suez
okay.
Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Evergiver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star's news channel.
Hi, Star. It's a week now.
The full moon shone brightly that night, kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its Gravity lips. Full tongue. The
Ew.
canal liked it.
Thank you, Nanostar, yeah.
And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over 1,600 tons of bollard pull.
Uh-huh.
And here's how they're arranged around the Ever Given. Of the four most powerful tugs, 2 go at the front, and 2 go at the back. They'll
Okay.
be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here,
Okay.
4 over
That
here.
makes sense.
They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Ever Given anti-clockwise.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna...
I believe in the supermoon.
This had better work. The guy with the ruler down by the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!"
Oh no!
El Sayed commands over the radio. Start main engines. Tension on.
Okay.
Full ahead. The tugs
Okay,
start moving.
moment of truth, let's go.
They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Ever Given. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night.
True, the moon.
About how the ships were like dancers on the water.
Yeah.
For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again. Which everybody hated. It's like a metaphor if you think about it. The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working!
Oh no!
Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams behind the tugs. Everyone is staring at the back of that
Will the
ship.
moon follow through?
Come on. Move.
Come on!
This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more minutes. An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane, and there's very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again.
Your moon gambit has cost Egypt
Profound
dearly,
bullshit,
El
yeah.
Sayed. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles, like in the... What the hell is that?
It's actually turning?
Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock.
Okay. It's moving.
Could it be?
The sound of metal tensing and flexing.
Let's go!
The ship is beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank. The supermoon gives one last howl. It worked.
Let's
They
go!
pulled the ship from the bank. At the back, at least. Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But this is progress.
Yeah.
We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So they did. All morning.
Yes! No, don't touch the crab, you fucking weirdo. Get out.
7:30 a.m. The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night. But the most difficult task, freeing the bow of the ship,
No, the moon
remains
didn't do it.
beyond them. Well, I guess even the moon has its limits. I don't want to hear it, El Sayed. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck. No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck. I gotta go. They were loading up the missiles for Plan B.
Oh god.
As the guys on social media suggested.
True. They're gonna
I lied
nuke the
about
goddamn
crane
thing.
This was always the plan, says the Smith guys. You know what, Canterville?
Nothing personal,
I
kid.
agree. They should just blow us up. What? My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared.
Yeah.
We've brought instability to the Middle East.
Okay, I get it.
Enough, Canterville.
I know what the show's
raised
trying to
your
say there.
hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide. It's low. Low tide. And yet...
In any movie or film or show or whatever story, this would be called the darkest hour. The plan didn't work.
I am lower still. Canterville looks pensively out the window. And it was at that moment that he had his character arc.
Yeah.
He realized that he was the captain.
Yeah.
And the captain is always in charge.
Yes.
Shut up, El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way? Don't you remember the story, El Said? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid?
Okay.
No.
What is it?
Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down? Heck, it ain't a triangle if you don't try.
True.
We need to be strong. Together.
Yeah.
Like a pyramid.
Like
it's what Giza
the
would
song.
have wanted.
Okay.
You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville.
Oh,
That's the most
pyramid.
inspirational speech I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I'll never lose my faith again. And even though you're kind of the
Like
worst
a what? Like a
captain
pyramid.
I've ever
The song.
seen, you're still the best friend.
Aww. It's a subversion, you see, because they didn't make them gay. Let's go! Let's
So
go.
they pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away, beating off the fatigue, but to
Yeah.
no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours.
Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea.
Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before?
Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back? On this part of the diagram,
Oh, so it'll
where
lift
the ship
the-
is almost floating.
Oh.
That way, it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank. Canterville gives El Said a knowing nod.
I got this.
Yeah.
I know a guy who owes me a favor. Please, 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 please.
A few hours later, the ballast tanks
Okay.
were filled.
Yes.
And it worked. The bow lifted ever so slightly. It's working, it's working. And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m., and that means high tide.
Yeah.
Guys, I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it? It's easier if I show you with a drone.
Oh shit,
Hold on,
what
let
the
me
fuck?
try again. All right,
What the
you can
fuck?
see the ship is lodged at the front. The guys are pulling, but it ain't budging. However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum.
Oh.
It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again. Worse still, it could pin these small tugs.
How did he get these special effects? I like to think fucking internet historian actually did it.
In its wake.
Yeah, I know, that's definitely him. That was definitely him, holy shit.
To solve this problem, they did a bit of a safety briefing, and they got some rope. 4 ropes, actually, tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys.
Okay.
With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And about an hour later, at 3:05 p.m., movement.
Oh.
The bow began to shift.
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's working. The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief.
The bow was coming free.
Yeah.
But uh-oh.
Remember that concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening. Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then, snap. One of them breaks. Do you think it's going to hold? I think it's going to hold. Move those tugs out of the way.
Do it slowly,
Snap.
though.
Another rope breaks.
Jesus.
Captain El Said. It's going to hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's going to hold.
snap.
Oh no.
A third rope breaks.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
A single strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck forever.
Without even realizing, Canterville grabs El Said's hand and squeezes it tight.
Okay.
It's gonna hold.
Faith.
You're a madman, Canterville. Mad passionate about this canal.
Just
and
have
I
faith.
ain't afraid of nothing.
Afraid.
He said
yeah.
very cold-backerdly.
The engines shut off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal.
Sacre bleu, said Abdullah.
But it is slowing down. It comes to a halt.
Oh.
The final rope held.
Yeah!
They really did it.
Those bastards! They
And
really
the
did it!
Ever-Given rested easy in the middle of the canal. Al Said turns to Canterville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again. I'm on it, says Canterville. All of the tugboats start honking their horns and celebrate. Cheers can be heard from the main treasure, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video.
You heard them right, Mr. President. We did it.
We did it.
It's free. I told you. All in a day's work.
Let's go!
The president takes his finger off the mute button.
Let's go!
Pack it up, boys.
Pack it up, boys. Let's go! Egypt #1, I guess.
I can't believe it. All that digging really must have made a difference.
They did?
I just... Oh.
No!
Good. Everybody
the
hated
crab.
that crab.
We did it, Gene. We did it. Gene?
Gene? Where's Gene?
Where are you? Captain, who are you talking to? Gene.
Yeah, the pilot guy. Not the pilot guy.
There's no Gene on board.
The guy. The gay guy.
Wait a minute.
Oh!
No.
No!
It's impossible. Gene, wait.
It was the spirit of the ship.
Thank you. I'll always remember you, Canterville.
No!
And so the canal was clear
What a plot
once again.
twist!
And chop chop. You still got work to do.
No! They can't do that!
8 p.m. The
The
work
moon guy!
they had not finished for the Suez Canal Authority. There's still a backlog of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal. So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says, "The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared."
Yeah.
And within a few days, it returned to normal.
No, dude.
It was a big accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free the Ever-Given. But the crisis was resolved within a mere week.
Yeah.
Prepare the
Not
sarcophagus
bad.
for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said,
Fuck you.
"Good job, everybody."
Yeah, fuck you
know
guys.
what?
The believers.
Pizza lunch.
The non-believers, rather.
And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made this monument, which you can see on Google Maps.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Conditions apply.
But the story doesn't end here. A
We have
quick
8 more
note
minutes.
on the helmsman's penis. Now you, me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Fragwürdigen Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how
The penis
realistic
maneuver.
and to scale it was not deliberate. Yes, sheer coincidence. If you watch the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So he didn't get in any trouble.
Oh, there's actually multi-track drifting rather.
Oh, all right. I suppose one more smaller detail.
Okay.
Now that the Ever-Given is free, what's going to happen to it? And what's going to happen to the crew?
Yeah.
Well, the Ever-Given was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair. But it's also going to be impounded.
What does that mean?
Oh no. Hey, there's, police boats outside. Why? What did you do?
This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government.
Oh.
Until you pay us, the Ever Given may not leave, says the Suez Canal Authority.
What?
Yes, we will be holding on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority or its two pilots.
Wow.
And it was all the crew of
the backstab. Of course, you can't have a movie like this without like the backstab.
Ever Given. So their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred.
What?
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh
Now, here's where
indeed.
things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo. But the crux is this. The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million. And Shoei Kisen Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way." So by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Amman.
Oh, this was the other one. Oh, okay. This was a foreshadowing. It's been there for a while because of the legal battle that happened there. Oh, that's what you guys were talking about. Jesus Christ.
The MV Amman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment.
That's it?
Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
$900 dues.
So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship to be released. Most of the crew had to stay on the ship, and they would keep them there for more than a little while. 13 months
Jesus.
Before a judge finally decided, all right, look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha.
Life ruined.
Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay. On top of the 13 months he'd already been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard the ship.
What?
Quickly, the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot. Would this be the same fate for the Ever Given crew?
No fucking way, dude. That's not legal, right?
No.
Swim.
But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed, and the negotiations continued. You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge. Sorry, who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. I'm gonna put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room, and they went, "I'm sorry about all those things I said and those emails I sent. I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well." They embraced.
Okay.
They made amends. They made love.
Oh, okay.
And they agreed.
Cool.
All right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair.
Okay.
They shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake. We could do the thing with the elbow.
Okay.
There was a mummy.
Okay. Okay.
This story sucks. By September, the crew was allowed to return home. They only got MV Amman a little bit. And that guy on the MV Amman, he got to go home too.
Yay!
Why not? Get out of here, you scamp. The Ever Given made its delivery to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
They did it! All the
They did
cargo
it!
is here. Although, it wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road? It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain. I can tell you that much. Al Said returned the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx. Thank you, old friend. And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done to the bow over in Qingdao Port in China.
Okay.
And then she was ready to set sail again.
Yippee!
The Ever Given was released back into the wild. It sailed into the sunset. Ever since then, global trade.
That's... You can never go wrong with an internet historian video, dude. God damn. Yippee! That's the internet historian video for you, bros. Jesus, that took a while. That was an entire movie. But god damn, hell yeah. Cinema. I love internet historian videos. I really do. Like, even with the like the plagiarism accusations from H Bomber guy, I didn't really. Yeah. Can I go to sleep now? Yeah. You may go to sleep now. You may stop watching the stream now because I'm going to like end the stream in a bit too. But yeah. God damn, that was fun. Yeah, it is. Well, that's a fun thing to learn. Fucking, you know, especially the part where you park a boat for like what, a total of 4 years, and the guy there gets to stay. That's fucked up. It truly is fucked up. Oh hell, he's basically imprisoned at that point. But yeah. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, chat. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. And I hope you guys get to enjoy your night and go to sleep. Right? Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank you all for coming into the chat. I'll get my editor to get the clips uploaded in a bit for people that don't want to sit through the VOD. But yeah. Thank you all for the super chat. Thank you all for the members. And thank you all here for coming. Thank you guys. Good night. Bye-bye. I'm also gonna raid Mari because she's streaming right now. But bye-bye. Bye-bye.